It's been a very busy January for your Colorado Mammoth. Tonight, they return to the Loud House and welcome in the Buffalo Bandits. The boys in Burgundy are coming off a big divisional win against the Rush, and forward Eli McLaughlin has been putting up the points since returning from the injured reserve earlier this month. Goaltender Dylan Ward will have to contain Buffalo's offense if Colorado is going to secure another victory. It's the Bandits and the Mammoth next on Altitude.
Another beautiful night in the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado. The National Lacrosse League returns to the Pepsi Center as the Mammoth and Bandits get set to square off. It's been 3 weeks or so since the Mammoth have been home, and they get to take on the Buffalo Bandits here tonight on Altitude Sports and BR Live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back inside the Loud House. My name is Teddy Jenner alongside former Mammoth player Jamie Shuchuk. Thanks for joining us wherever you're watching. And have we got a treat for you tonight, Jamie? The Bandits and Mammoth, two teams that play a high-tempo, high-intensity style of lacrosse.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be a battle tonight, starting with the goaltenders, and the Mammoth coming off on the road, splitting the games. Coach Pat Coyle said they were embarrassed after that game in Vancouver. They rebounded, played a great game in Saskatchewan to split the weekend.
Let's take a look at the standings for both of these clubs, respectively, starting in the West. Saskatchewan, Colorado tied at the top. Calgary, Vancouver, San Diego following. The Mammoth will play San Diego twice and Saskatchewan once in their next 3 games, so this is a very important stretch for them. As for the Buffalo Bandits, they've only played 4 times, so they're really still trying to get their feet rolling and their legs going in the early stages of their season.
Yeah, and their only losses come against that undefeated 5-0 Halifax Thunderbirds in their second game of the season. So, you know, they haven't played as much as the Mammoth so far, but again, we talk about the battle of the goaltenders. It should be a defensive matchup here tonight.
Let's look a little more deeper into that goaltender battle. As Dylan Ward will go head-to-head against Matt Vince, two of the best at their craft. And Dylan Ward has a sub-9 goals against and above 80% save percentage. Those are phenomenal numbers for anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, clearly this defense is led by number 45, and you know, you see the way that the defense has been able to adapt to his style of play, the trust that they have in their goaltender between the pipes allowed them to be more physical, which allows Dylan Ward to see the shots, and they have faith if they do get beat that they have their last line of defense, that Dylan Ward's going to bail them out.
At the other end of the floor, one of the greatest to ever play the game in the goaltender position, Matt Vince. Again, 4 games, so his numbers may not be too sparkling, but they are typical Matt Vince numbers. Low goals against, high save percentage, and always gives his chance to win. And if Colorado doesn't solve him early and they let him get comfortable, it really could be a long night.
Yeah, 100%, Teddy. I agree with that statement for sure. You know, Matt Vince has been Mr. Consistency in his entire career. That's why he's still playing in his 15th season here. And clearly, just like in the other end, he is the leader and the backbone of this defense for the Buffalo Bandits.
Colorado's had tough times getting off to slow starts in their last couple games. How does Pat Cole make sure these guys are ready for the belt?
Well, you heard what he said after the Vancouver game. They were embarrassed. Their offense only scored 4 goals. Jordan Gillies had a goal in transition there. And, you know, clearly that sparked the offense led by Chris Wardle and Eli McLaughlin the next night in Saskatchewan. So, you know, I think it's, you know, we've seen it go both ways here tonight, but clearly a good start is crucial here for the Mammoth.
A crucial game for both of these clubs. Mammoth, Bandits. It could be a goaltender's duel, but expect fireworks. Come back and join us here on BR Live and Altitude Sports. Colorado Mammoth Lacrosse at the Loud House is brought to you by Ford. Get the truck that was made to work. Ford F-150. Built better, built stronger, built Ford tough. By Anthony's Pizza. Order online now at iloveanthonys.com. By your hometown Toyota stores in the powerful 2020 Toyota Tacoma. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. Back inside the Loud House, Bandits and Mammoth. Time now for your starting goaltenders, brought to you by Ford. We talked about it in the pregame. Dylan Ward head-to-head with Matt Vince, two of the best ever to do it. And this should be a goaltender's duel. Johnny, Down between the benches, how's the tempo so far? These two teams should be fired up.
Well, you said it, Ted. There's always a little extra excitement when the Buffalo Bandits come here to the Pepsi Center. Both teams really realize how important their defenses are going to be here tonight. You know, how they move in transition and how these young offenses handle this pressure D in the goaltending is going to be critical this evening.
Edwards and Weiss at the face-off dot. Loose ball going to be picked up there by Justin Martin. And the Bandits will have first possession, your starters.
Defense.
Tim Edwards, Josh Sullivan, Robert Hope, Jacob Rouet, Jordan Gillis for Colorado. And for Buffalo is Brownell, Desnew, Weiss, Martin, Priolo, and Matt Vince. Loose ball in the corner, grabbed there by Taylor Stewart. Loose ball. Now Billings is in there in his second game. Finally grabbed by Josh Byrne with a fresh 30. Byrne dives, shoots, scores! And they'll give it to him. Josh Byrne with the opening goal of this contest. And the Bandits score 32 seconds in. 1-0 Buffalo.
And Josh Byrne with his 11th goal of the season, team leading. You can see he took off behind the goal line there, Teddy. Pretty incredible athletic play. We've seen Josh Byrne be able to do this in the past. Tough break there for the Mammoth, kind of a broken play there in the corner. Buffalo end up getting the ball there, and they're up 1-0.
Byrne unassisted at 32 seconds, his team leading 11th goal. Give him 18 points on the season, and Josh Byrne continues to take his game higher and higher in the National Lacrosse League. Procedure on Edwards, so the Bandits will have possession. And we talked off the start, Jamie, Colorado's got to do a better job of starting on time, and that wasn't a slow start goal, but they need to stop here.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll see that the Mammoth, they're not going to get too rattled by that. They're just going to play this straight up.
Comes Byrne again, step back shot, kicked aside by Ward, loose ball. Picked up there by Carnegie, will come near side John Lintz. And here comes the first possession for the Colorado Mammoth. Eli McLaughlin had 3 and 4 against Saskatchewan in the win a week ago. Here comes the Rooster, Jacob Rouet. McLaughlin, behind the net, Wardle, dunk shot. Oh, it hit the crossbar and Vince's shoulder. And here comes Buffalo the other way. Scratches for tonight's game, Brett Craig for Colorado and Jeff Wittig. Marcus Minichiello and Dallas Bridle for the Bandits. There's an outside shot by Dane Smith off Dylan Warden, out of play. No Chris Cloutier for the Buffalo Bandits as he was scratched earlier today. So Quinn Palace factors in, will get his second NLL game of the season. Here's Byrne, near side Billings, shot, put it wide. And loose ball will be grabbed there by Corey Small. To Byrne in the corner. Late in the 30, Byrne. Step back hesitation. Shot saved there by Ward, loose ball. And a nice stick check there by Josh Sullivan. Not allowing Ian McKay to find that loose ball. And here comes Colorado the other way. A nice defensive set there, shutting down Josh Byrne.
Yeah, it's exactly what Colorado wants to do there. You can see Dylan Ward is at the top of his crease for those outside shots. Josh Byrne's so athletic there from that King Super spot. Definitely need to key in on him.
McLaughlin drives, gets pushed back. Here's Malloy driving, shooting, scores! Get that ball! Dylan Malloy's first in the NLL, and we're tied at 1.
Yeah, just a willpower play there by Malloy. Saw a dive on the other end, beats his man underneath. Gets his stick, reaches around. You can see Vince was tight on that pipe. And the way that Dylan Malloy got his stick to the middle allowed him to put it around goaltender Matt Vince.
John Tavares on the Buffalo Bandits bench there, coach looking closely at the replay. Won't throw the challenge flag. Dylan Malloy was actually drafted by these Buffalo Bandits a couple seasons ago, but never made the commitment to the NLL till this year. And I spoke with Pat Coyle this morning, and he really thinks that Dylan Malloy can be a real player in this league. They thought they had to, get him in isolation, let him use his size and speed. They like him in the two-man game, and that was a perfect example.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw what he did in the NCAA, tore it up a few seasons ago for Brown University. He was the leader there on that high-octane offense. Hopefully the Mammoth are praying that he can do that in the NLL.
McLaughlin skip pass to Kyle Killen. They really need Kyle Killen to get going. He's only got himself just 4 goals in this season. He was one of their bright spots last year.
Yeah, he was scratched in the game against Vancouver. So we got a penalty coming up here to Buffalo. And good opportunity for Kyle Killen and the boys to get on the power play.
So Nick Weiss
Buffalo number 20, 2 minutes, slashing.
will head to the box for a slash. And you were talking about Kyle Killen. He did sit that Vancouver game, and John Williams wants to keep rotating guys just to try to find the right mix. They don't have 8 veterans on this club. They got a lot of rookies, guys still earning their careers, so they're just trying to figure out what works. Here's McLaughlin to Wardle on the power play. Out there with Killen, Lee, and Rouet. McLaughlin, Killen, they play 1-2. Behind the back to Wardle, doesn't take the shot. Skip it over to Ryan Lee, shot, score! A little half-cocked laser from Leeser. And the Mammoths score the power play, it's 2-1.
Yeah, pretty simple execution there. You can see the Buffalo defense not moving around a whole lot. Mammoth moving the ball, skips it from shooter to shooter. And Ryan Lee with his team leading. You can see it goes off the shin pad there of Matt Vince. I think Matt Vince is going to want that back.
32nd point of the season for Ryan Lee, the team leader, and he's 3rd in the league in scoring. And in his 3rd season, he's really, again, another guy like Josh Byrne taking his game to another level.
And I spoke to Chris Wardle before the game, asked him what the difference was last weekend from Friday and Saturday night. And he said we just had to keep our feet moving. You know, you mentioned Kyle Killen. When he moves his feet, he's a very dangerous player.
Well, there's a turnover from Sullivan, nicely picked off by Matt Gilray. And he gets himself across center. Watched by Stewart, now gives it off to Chase Fraser, who's got 6 goals in his first 2 games back from an ACL injury. And they're really high on Chase Fraser. Was a fantastic rookie a couple seasons ago. And there's an outside shot by Byrne, goes wide as Fraser has factored back in the last 2. Byrne again, far side, one-on-one with Sullivan. Around the top, plants his feet, takes a shot, Ward with a save. Doesn't know where it is when he's able to regain his position. And there's 25 on the shot clock here for the Bandits. Fraser near side. Gonna work with Quinn Palace in the 2-man game. Fraser, center steps, drives, and they'll call him for a crease violation. Great defense there by Taylor Stewart. Johnny, you're down there between the benches. This is a much better start for the Colorado Mammoth.
Yes, it is. It was, not a great first possession where they got beat in the corner for the Bandits' first goal, but they picked up the energy here, and they've capitalized on the Buffalo Bandits' penalty, undisciplined penalty, where they had the ball, but they created, it's bounced right out of Vince's stick there, almost rolled in. What was important there is they capitalized on the mistake by the Bandits. Bandits get possession of the ball and take a penalty, and they're able to put a power play goal past Vince again.
Small fires it into the corner for Byrne. Backhand shot, scores! What a goal by Josh Byrne. Are you kidding me? Even he loves it. Fire up the verses. That could be an early candidate for goal of the week. It's 2-2.
Yeah, that was pretty. You could see Joey Capito and his defensive partner there kind of sitting back. Corey Small did a nice job sealing in. And to beat Dylan Ward, you have to be creative. You could see Wardo at the top of his crease there. And, the presence of mind for Byrne to be able to see that is absolutely incredible. And we're all tied up here at 2.
Give assists to Small and Smith. Time of that goal, 4:45.
The Bandits are really talking right now on the bench and after every offensive possession where they like their left-handed matchups against the Mammoth.
There's a shot off the draw.
And
by Spanger. Go ahead, Johnny.
Sorry, they want to start each possession on the left side. If it's not there, swing it to the rights and then finish with the lefts. They like their size and speed that they have on the left side versus the Mammoth defenders.
Here's Chris Wardle. Speaking of left-handers, gives it off to Killen, high to low twister, and a nice job by Rouet to find the rebound off the stick of Matt Vince. Wardle goes far side, Malloy. Driving on Priolo, pushed back nicely by the Bandit captain. Now Wardle one-on-one near side. Head and shoulder fake, won't get the shot up, skips it far side. Another save there by Matt Vince. Near side to Gilray. Gilray's got Wardle on him, stuck in the D zone. And now Weiss will go change, and that'll let Chris Wardle get off the floor. Spanger watched by Stewart, will flip it to Byrne. And there's just 10 seconds on the shot clock here for the Bandits. Small directing traffic, near side Dane Smith. Outside shot, oh, he rang it off the junction. And now Byrne will pick it up, they're gonna call it back over. And he would have been smart to let that cross center then pick it up, but he picks it up right at the line. And Priola will come and challenge, but when we come back, it'll be Mammoth ball as Josh Byrne's got a pair here from Denver. Outhouse 2-2 is your score, 8:55 left in the first. Mammoth lacrosse returns to Denver for Valentine's Day at the Loud House on Saturday, February 15th at 7:30 p.m. It'll be the most romantic night of the year at Pepsi Center. Wow, that special summer with a fantastic date night, or find your soulmate with a party pack which includes a ticket, a beer, or hard seltzer starting at just $19. Check it out at ColoradoMammoth.com. Now, Jane, we've talked about the goaltender duel and how Dylan Ward and Matt Vince are two of the best. On the benches, two of the best ever play the game as well, in head coach Pat Coyle for the Mammoth and John Tavares for the Bandits. And you still find it hard to believe that John Tavares has played 300 and some odd games.
309.
309.
309 games, and if you look at the Buffalo Bandits, you know, goals, assists, and points leaders, he is leap years ahead of everybody else. So it's pretty incredible, and you know, you can see kind of the old school mentality. You know, these players nowadays are so talented. So you know, Coach John Tavares, you know, definitely has the luxury of coaching some very talented guys with an old school mentality.
McLaughlin near side to Wardle, fakes it, wants to shoot through a screen, got 10 seconds left. One-time feed to Ruiz, saved there by Matt Vince. Loose ball grabbed by McLaughlin in a fresh third. This is something Colorado needs to have multiple possessions behind the net lead. Malloy on his wrong side. He'll shoot on that, hit a body, but he got his own rebound. Malloy, 15 on the shot clock. Great battle by Dylan Malloy, the former Tewaaraton winner from Brown. Wardle off of McLaughlin, pick shot, save Matt Vince. Man up ahead is McKay. And he'll go short to midfield to Nick Weiss. He'll give it off to Garrett Billings, who's happy to be back in the NLL. Didn't think he would play again, but after some phone calls, he's happy to be a Buffalo Bandit. Small, near side, Dane Smith. Smith surveys, pass knocked down. Oh, it almost went right on target. And then that loose ball will be picked up by Carnegie. Lucky bounce there for Colorado. Hope to center. We'll bounce it to Captain Dan Coates. And he's watched closely there by Dane Smith. And now Coates will stay and keep Dane out there. Smart play by Coates. Into the corner. Ryan Lee to Coates. Oh, he was open to the backside, couldn't find it. Late in the 30, Coates gives it off to Dylan Kinnear. Backside, look, oh, and Lee just couldn't find it. That was a heck of a backdoor cut by Ryan Lee, but Kinnear couldn't find it. Under 7 to play here in the opening quarter. Thanks for joining us on Altitude TV and BR Live. John Gallant, Jamie Shuchuk, and Teddy Jenner with you from the Pepsi Center. In the corner, Corey Small with a head of steam. Steps, shoots, put it wide. Ball gonna bounce free. Grabbed there by Billings. Tried to find Palace on the inside. And it'll go to Small, and he'll just fire it away, and that'll be a shot clock violation. And Small took a heavy hit from Capito, and he's slow to get up. And the officials are gonna have a quick chat here. Your officials, Todd LeBrant, Sean Grenier, and Brent Cologne. And as they talk this over, we'll let you know that the Buffalo Bandits have 3 games coming up in the next couple weeks. They'll take on Rochester at home next weekend before a real tough back-to-back where they're in Vancouver on February 7th, and they have to travel across the country to Toronto for a game on Sunday the 9th. McLaughlin all the way around the top. Gives it off to Rooster, he takes a shot, then took a hit. That loose ball will be grabbed by Matt Vince off the end glass. Quickly up ahead to Steve Priolo. Priolo will leave it for Smith. And now bodies off the bench. Noseworthy will throw it to the corner to Byrne. Around a double seal, Plants gives it near side Dane Smith on an isolation. Shot glove saved by Dylan Ward. Loose ball picked up there by Carnegie, quickly up ahead to Dan Coates. We talked about no Kluche, so there was some wondering who was going to be that extra lefty, and so far it looks like it's been Brent Noseworthy. And there's a big hit by Spanger. Transition, Brownell shot, save Ward, it goes in. Beat him through the 6-hole, and the Bandits have the lead as Brownell gets his second of the season. It's 3-2.
Yeah, that's one Dylan Ward's going to want to have back. A little broken play in transition, kind of a semi 4-on-3, and you know, smart play by Brownell to just pull up and let it rip. Good overhand shot. Ward got a piece of it and trickles in behind him.
That goal was scored in the middle of the floor here. The Colorado Mammoth in transition, bring the ball up the floor. They threw a cross-floor pass right in the middle of the floor. They were displaced of the ball, and they're slow getting off. So a combination of two things there, one from the D end and one from the offensive end, not getting off the floor. But the Bandits historically for years love to pressure up the floor, and that worked for them right there. Cause a turnover and get the goal in transition.
Brownell from Desnew at 9:31, and it gives the Bandits a 3-2 lead. Edwards wins the draw. Capito has it. He'll leave it for Jacob Rouet. Ray was off to a lightning fast start. He's kind of cooled off a bit in the last couple of games. Here's Wardle. Backside look for Lee again. Ball loose. And that'll be a handball. Great eyes by the official as Weiss, for some reason, took his left hand off his stick and batted it down to himself. It's NHL All-Star Weekend. I guess he kind of thinks he's playing hockey.
Yeah, we've seen the Mammoth try that cross-floor pass the last few possessions with the guys streaking backside, but the Buffalo Bandits are doing a good job being physical off ball.
Here's Lee. Around the top to McLaughlin, back to Lee. Time and room, low to high, and Matt Fitz well out the top of his crease to make that save. Up ahead, Nick Weiss out of his reach. Johnny Lentz is going to get there first for Colorado, and then it'll ricochet off the corner boards. And here comes Colorado the other way with Taylor Stewart. Stewart plays 1-2 with Chris Wardle, 20 on the shot clock. Stewart around the top, ducks inside, good stick check there by Spanger. Stewart still with it, thought about the dive, and then up top to Malloy. Gets his hands free, and that shot will go high and wide late in the 30. Wardle inside Malloy, shot, oh, he tried to go far corner, and Matt Vince made a great save. Quickly up ahead, that's Gilray, and it's gonna bounce a couple times before he's able to find the handle. Chase Fraser. He'll work near side with Billings. Late man was Palace, now Josh Byrne, check that Corey Small. Billings tucks it underneath. Up top Fraser, bobbled it. And it's grabbed there by Coates. Numbers for Colorado, 3-on-2. Coates with Gillis. Coates, shot trying to bounce it short side and missed. And that loose ball will bounce and be picked up by Brownell off the back gate. Good chance there for the captain, but I think he kind of got caught between shooting and passing and just ran himself out of space.
Yeah, absolutely. It looked like he did have, he had three righties, you know, up there. Looks like he did have a guy on the far side. Maybe didn't feel confident enough to pass it through those sticks.
Outside shot by Burns, saved there by Dylan Ward. Loose ball picked up by the rookie Warren Jeffrey. Hope through center. Sullivan has it, gets tackled there by Smith. What are they gonna call here? And it's gonna be an 8-second call. It'll be Buffalo ball when we come back. Josh Byrne's got a pair, and the go-ahead goal comes off Kevin Brownell's stick. 3-2, come back here from Denver on BR Live and Alpha TV. Loose balls, so it gives them 501 for the season. Let's go down to John Gallant, who's with Mammoth head coach Pat Coyle. Johnny.
Thanks, welcome back to the Pepsi Center. The Buffalo Bandits are leading the Colorado Mammoth 3-2. I'm here with head coach Pat Coyle. Pat, what are your impressions of your team's start here tonight?
Some real positive stuff, and then just a little, like, we got to clean up our transition a little more. Other than that, they've had a couple squeakers that went through. It's 3-2. I think we're doing okay.
All right, thanks, Pat. Good luck. Guys,
Thanks, Johnny. Would you agree that they're playing all right, just a couple bad moments?
Absolutely. We've seen the Mammoth get down early in games, so I think they're in a great spot right now. Pat Coyle is exactly right. I would agree with the statement. Just need to clean up that transition and take care of the ball a little bit better.
Here come the Bandits. Smith, outside side shot, glove saved by Dylan Ward. Oh, and there's another squeaker. This one off the stick of Noseworthy, short side past Ward, and it's 4-2 Buffalo as Noseworthy gets his first in the NLL.
We saw Dane Smith take that shot. That's 2 shots in a row from the outside where it knocked Dylan Ward's hand off, and you know, Caputo's all over ball carrier Noseworthy there, and he was able to just tuck it. Look at that short side on Dylan Ward again. I think that's one he's going to want to have back.
So 2:36 remaining here from Denver. We got to get this out of the way because this is a pretty big milestone. 9 saves so far tonight for Buffalo goaltender Matt Vince. Gives him 8,000 in his career. Congratulations, Matt Vince. That is an incredible number, as he, as we've mentioned many times, one of the best to ever do it. And Noseworthy gets the assist from Dane Smith, and Dane Smith closing in on 400 assists for his career.
I think
milestone watches here tonight.
Not only that, not only is he still playing and at the highest level as a goaltender, you know, he's got some championship rings on his hands too. So again, you know, just the guy's done it all. You know, we know him best for the Rochester Nighthawks days, but he has not let up in the Buffalo Bandits jersey. What a treat for John Tavares.
Here come the Bandits, up a pair with 2 minutes to go. Billings, diagonal skip. Byrne around the top, can't get a shot off. Capito's broken his stick, saved there by Dylan Ward. That was important because, well, it wasn't Capito who broke his stick. It was actually one of the other Mammoth defenders, Josh Sullivan. Here's Capito up the floor. Kinnear, McLaughlin near side. Late man is Wardle, back to Eli. Double high seal, Malloy driving, can't get free, gives it off to Kinnear, stutter step, score! What footwork from Dylan Kinnear! Colorado back to within 1, it's 4-3 as DK gets his second in the NLL.
Yeah, it's a beauty move. We see him, I was watching number 55 this whole shift, and he's crashing and banging in the middle, trying to get his guys open. And again, another cross-floor pass, gets his defender driving down, nice little stutter step, and reaches around goaltender Matt Vince. What a beauty by number 55.
His 5th point in the NLL. Give an assist to Dylan Malloy and Eli McLaughlin. McLaughlin's got himself 3 assists here tonight. Malloy's got his first 2 points in the NLL. Time of the goal, 13:37. And it's a 1-goal game. Off the draw, Edwards wins it clean, but unable to grab it was Warren Jeffrey. And here comes Matt Gilray the other way. Here's Corey Small, far side. Small's got 13 points coming into the game.
1 minute remaining in the quarter.
Second year with the Buffalo Bandits after coming over in an offseason trade from Vancouver. Now Dane Smith, outside shot, what a save by Dylan Ward. Watching and reacting with the best of them. Gillis will bounce it to Robert Hope. Hope will drive, Hope will shoot. That's probably the furthest he's ever shot in his career, trying to get a 2-for-1. And here comes Nick Weiss the other way. Hope he had a little fire on that shot.
He did.
Billings to Byrne. What a 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Billings drives underneath. Watched there by Warren Jeffrey. Up top, Fraser shot. Save Dylan Ward. Up ahead, Lintz. 6 seconds left. Johnny Lintz on the break. Lintz, 3, 2, Capito. Oh, bouncer, what a save by Matt Vince at the buzzer. What an opening quarter between these two teams. We thought it was going to be an intense affair, and it is just that. Josh Byrne's got a pair. Dylan Malloy's got his first in the NLL second quarter from the Pepsi Center. Coming up next from BR Live and Altitude. In the Pepsi Center, Mammoth trailing the Buffalo Bandits 4-3. John Gallant, Jamie Shushuck, Teddy Jenner. Next weekend, the NLL Game of the Week moves to Las Vegas as Connor Field and the Seals host Dylan Ward and the Mammoth at Orleans Arena. Catch all the action with myself, Doug Locker, Devin Caney on BR Live Twitter and Facebook starting at 9:30 with a special half-hour edition of NLL Game Day Live. You're going to be there?
I'm going to be there.
With a whole bunch of kids.
A bunch of kids.
Not yours.
Not my kids. We have three Denver Elite teams at going out to compete in the U.S. Box LA tournament. So all the young box lacrosse players here in the United States are going to be able to go see a professional game in
All
Las
those
Vegas.
kids are going to fill the arena by themselves.
I hope so.
Back to live action. Weiss and Edwards at the dot. Ball loose. It'll be found there by Desnu, and he's harassed at center, but able to find Weiss. Now here comes Corey Small. Small will be patient. Give it off to Byrne, top center, toe drag. Byrne driving, shooting, scoring. What a goal from Josh Byrne. Toe drag, dirty dangles, it's 5-3.
You know, his behind the back goal on the other end was beauty, but what he did here, being able to sell, you can see Timmy Edwards totally flinch. And to be able to have the presence to be able to be up in the air for that long and realize Dylan Ward is leaning to that far side pipe, to be able to pull it back is an absolutely incredible play by number 22, Josh Byrne. He's got his third of the night.
Already with the hat trick, give him 13 on the season. And quickly to start the second quarter, just like they did the first. And now Buffalo has a 5-3 lead, shots 18-15. Byrne from Small and Weiss. Time of the goal, 25 seconds. Here comes Colorado. There's a shot right on target as Matt Vince makes the shoulder save. The other way, here come the Bandits. Ian McKay. Vermont Voyager? No, Vermont Cats? Catamounts? The Catamounts, right?
I'm not sure what it is.
I believe Vermont's the Catamounts. One-timer, Corey Small! What a feed from Dane Smith! East to west and a one-timer from Corey Small. It's the biggest lead of the game at 6-3.
Yeah, Dane Smith had Dylan Ward sold that he was going to shoot there coming around off that pick, and it's a great in and out of the stick by Corey Small. Dylan Ward, we've seen him make those saves with the stick coming over, but wasn't able to get to it on that one.
Give assist to Quinn Powless and Dane Smith. And it's a 6-3 game. And it's a fast start for the Buffalo Bandits. They have 2 in 58 seconds, an even strength goal. And off the draw, Rouet finds it for the Mammoth. Let's see if they can get one back here and stop this mini run for the Bandits. Remember, Buffalo's only playing their fifth game of the season, so it's still a fairly new season for them. Here's Killett, McLaughlin, down in the corner, Chris Wardle. Drives underneath, turns back on Priolo. Up top, Rouet, shot, took a deflection. Lee, shot, oh, he almost put it off the inside of Matt Vince's foot. But it deflects away from the goal line. And here comes Mitch Desnu. Corey Small, the latest goal scorer, gives it to Josh Byrne, the man with the hat trick. Byrne drives, flips it to Smith. Stutter step, diagonal to Small, and he just missed it. Could have been another one for Small on the backside. Here comes Colorado running with numbers. Gillis, Kinnear, shot, hit a body. And Gillis will be able to run onto it, but he's checked there by Spanger. But Malloy will find it with 15 on the shot clock. Inside Malloy, step back shot, and Matt Vince was down early. Saw it and handled it well. And we mentioned, if you let Matt Vince feel some easy ones early, he's going to settle into a rhythm, and he's in one right now. Brett Noseworthy got his first as a pro. There's another diagonal skip to Corey Small. That one went well wide, though. Smith shot saved by Dylan Ward. Loose ball. Fraser battling. And a fall to Dylan Ward in his crease. Quickly outlet to John Litz. John Lott, they're really working that diagonal feed out of the Bandits, and it's causing some issues.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And it's their size and speed Buffalo's using right now on that offensive end is really causing the Mammoth some trouble.
Shot by McLaughlin, never made it through. Now Mitch DeSnu. Thought about turning the corner and take a shot.
Yeah, I know it's a different perspective down here in between the benches, but there's a distinct size advantage the Bandits have on offense towards the Mammoth defense.
Billings threw a screen low to low, just missed. This will be over and back. And so Coates will cause the whistle. The offense will come out onto the floor. See if they can get some things going here. Trailing 6-3 with 11:40 remaining in the half. Near side, Ryan Lee. Over to Worrell, he bobbled it, loose ball picked up. And on the break is Matt Gilray. Capito out early. It'll be too many men. Palace, Spanger, missed it, catches it off the sideboards.
Well, in the interview, Pat Coyle mentioned a clean-up transition, and you've seen the last several possessions, the Mammoth are turning the ball over in that transition area. And the Bandits are capitalizing.
Burn a backhand feed off the stick of Fraser. And the Buffalo Bandits will head to the power play. Now LaBranch will talk this over. Looked like Stewart and Fraser sharing some words, and you can hear the Bandits bench screaming penalty shot, and that's what I'm questioning, is Capito came off the bench to stop a breakaway. And so let's see what crew chief Todd LaBranch will call here. It doesn't look like the Bandits are going to get it.
Colorado minor penalty. Illegal substitution on a player on a breakaway. Therefore, we have a penalty shot.
We do have a penalty shot. That is the correct ruling by Todd LaBranch, one of the best in the business.
Yeah, you could see Joey Capito out of desperation just jumped out of the bench. And the officials were all over it.
So it'll be Josh Byrne to take it. He had a penalty shot in the last game for Buffalo, and he went airborne to beat Nick Rose of the Toronto Rock. Let's see what he does here. Here comes Byrne. Slow, methodical, one-on-one with Dylan Ward. Josh Byrne, hesitation, pump fake, shoots, scores! And I don't think I've ever seen a slower breakaway, but
no.
Kind of like the NHL where guys kind of take their time, and Byrne did just that and beat Ward. He's got 4.
Well, it was interesting how Ward played that too. He biting on all those fakes. I don't know how Josh Byrne decided to put in that hole just under the glove on the far side there, but you can see Dylan Ward doing that lean, trying to bait Josh Byrne, but Josh Byrne is feeling it tonight.
He's got 4 in 20 minutes of lacrosse. The Mammoth have 3, and it's 7-4 Buffalo. Edwards and Weiss. Time of the goal, 3:35. Colorado needs to stop this run. We got procedure on the draw called on Nick Weiss. It'll be Colorado ball. An opportunity to stop that run. Maybe wake this Pepsi Center crowd up a bit. Ryan Lee didn't turn the corner. Give it off to McLaughlin. Fake the shot. Now Dylan Malloy turns. Rouet couldn't find it. Backtracks. Flips it to Kinnear. He can't find it. Up ahead, Dane Smith. What a play by Jordan Gillis. Gillis up the floor. Killing on his wrong side. Save Matt Vince.
Good opportunity here. Great play by Jordan Gillis to get the ball back. Great opportunity for the Mammoth to tire this defense down and grind out and use the 30.
McLaughlin around the Kinnear pick. Skips it near side, killing. Back to Eli. Eli, stutter step. Ruiz shot, trying to go 5-hole, and a nice save there by Matt Vince, who was square to the shooter. Quickly up ahead, Mitch DeSnoop. He won't force it, and he'll pass towards the bench, Billings. Fraser in the corner. Late man, Noseworthy gives it off to Small. Billings, watched there by Timmy Edwards. Billings, backhander short side. That one didn't miss by much. Loose ball. And to be grabbed there by Coates. Up ahead, Capito. Ian McKay is back, so Capito will just wait and let the offense get out on the floor and leave it to Ryan Lee. We kind of saw this in the Vancouver game. The offense stuck to the outside, whereas opposed to that Saskatchewan game, they were getting to the inside, and that was causing a lot of goals. And this time, they turn the ball over quickly up ahead. Ian McKay on the break. Fake, oh, and he put it wide. He had Dylan Ward beat, but he missed the yawning cage. Stewart.
Yeah. Sorry, Teddy, to your point there, you know, one of the differences I saw with Vancouver is they were very physical off ball, and it seemed like Colorado kind of shied away from getting the middle. So, you know, that's something when this team does things like that, where they're getting the inside and they use their athleticism and their speed, they're either going to get opportunities like we just saw, or they're going to start drawing penalties.
Ryan Lee with the excellent backside cut on ball, but couldn't solve the riddle of Matt Vince. Here's Smith to Byrne. Backside look to Small on his wrong side. Deflect off the stick of a Mammoth defender. There's Byrne again. Stutter step driving. Fake the backhand. Now we'll shoot. You're right. He is feeling it something fierce tonight. And that'll be a shot clock violation. Will take us to our first TV time of the night. Josh Byrne, addicted to scoring filthy, filthy goals. A penalty shot is fourth at 7-3 Buffalo.
So far so good, but we got a long way to go here. Colorado's got a offensive power, they got some transition, so we know we're in for a long night here.
All right, thanks. Good luck tonight.
Back inside the Pepsi Center. NLL Wire, it isn't just for officials. We got Pat Coyle mic'd up. Let's hear what King Coyle has to say.
30 seconds on the clock.
Top side! Top side! You know, when Byrne's setting that pick, before that, the first sort of set, you got to be stepping up. You were actually stuck behind there. You can set that up by 2 more steps by coming high more. You know what I mean? Like, I love that you're going under, but set them up for it, okay? Good job. Attaboy, Ryan. Good job. Good job.
For a donation of $25 per name, you can place the name of a loved one affected by cancer on all Mammoth players' jersey for this season's Lacrosse Out Cancer Game on March 20th. All proceeds will benefit local organizations that battle cancer daily. Hurry, because the donation period ends tonight after the game. Check out ColoradoMammoth.com for details. 8:23 remaining here in the half. 7-3 Bandits leading. And Colorado's got to find a goal here just to get some confidence in their game in that offense.
Yeah, and the whole cliche, all it takes is just one. That's all this young group needs. You know, you see Kinnear in the lineup tonight. You see the Mammoth rotate through their lefties this season with Malcolm, Wittig, and Kinnear. So, you know, they're still trying to find their chemistry there on that side to play alongside with McLaughlin and Wardle. But when this offense is going, it doesn't matter who's scoring. You know, they just got to keep the ball moving and stick to it, penetrate that middle.
Since it was 2-2, Buffalo is on a 5-1 run. Here's Ryan Lee's shot. That one sails wide. This could be a break for Steve Priolo the other way. Priolo runs onto it, goes all the way to the goal line extended. Priolo has it for the Bandits. He chased out his wrong side by Gillis. Now Billings. One of the first guys to have 3 straight 100-point seasons in the NLL is Garrett Billings. Now here's Josh Byrne driving. Push back, up to Billings, top center. Watched by Edwards, under 10 in the 30. Up top, Quinn Palace, good rotation by Gillis. And Palace just has to throw it in the corner. A better defensive set from the Mammoth. Now let's see if it can inspire their offense. Coates to Malloy off the bench. McLaughlin into the corner, Wardle. Inside Malloy, step back shot just missed. And this could be a break again the other way, but the offense quickly off the floor. Here's Capito. The snoo shot put it wide. Towards the bench, Small couldn't find it. Lintz in there battling. Ball's gonna fall to Josh Sullivan, and now Lintz has it.
And a smart play there by Lintz, just let the ball go over center and have his teammate run through it.
Here comes Ryan Lee. Lee, McLaughlin, pump fake shot. Oh, he put it off the post. Great hesitation fake from Eli. Had Vince beat, but rang it off the skinny red friend. To Snoo, McKay, inside. Billings, backhander falling and put it wide. Gillis to center. And one thing I've noticed when Colorado is having success offensively, oddly enough, it's when their defense is scoring in transition.
Yeah, that's been the story of the season so far. The defense definitely been able to chip in the offensive end.
Killen tried to power one through Matt Vince, who was down to his knees early. Up ahead is Justin Martin. He'll go bench side and still trying to find someone to pass to. Eventually he'll give it to Chase Gracie. Noseworthy. Corey Small. Far side to Quinn Palace. He'll fire and shoot and just put it wide. And that'll be back over. 5:33 remaining, another opportunity here for the Mammoth, who will play San Diego in Vegas next Saturday. Then they'll head to Saskatchewan on the 8th before returning home for that Valentine's weekend game against the Seals. Here's Ryan Lee. Wardle all alone. Fakes, top spins off the Weeze check. Up top, Kinnear, and his shot was deflected. Excellent job by this Buffalo Bandits defense. They have just been smothering Colorado all night and not allowing them clear shots, not allowing them second chance opportunities, and definitely not allowing them into the middle. Byrne one-on-one. Excellent defense there by Jordan Gillis. Byrne, Gillis stripped him of the possession. He'll scoop it up, they got numbers. Gillis turns the corner, shoots, and he put it just wide.
Now you mentioned transition. Gillis has been one of those guys for the Mammoth this year. He's got 4 goals. And definitely we saw him here score one. We saw him score a beauty on a breakaway. And he likes that near side. Got a quick shot, but I think his defensive skills have definitely come a long way the last few seasons, and he's a big contributor there in the back end.
Outside shot kicked aside by Dylan Ward, and we will head to a TV timeout. Buffalo up by 4. Colorado trying to find the solution, and Matt Vince come back for the second quarter here on VR Live and out. They haven't scored in the last 12 minutes and 57 seconds. Next weekend, the San Diego Seals are making history as they host the Colorado Mammoth for the first National Lacrosse League games to be played in Sin City. For more information, visit sealslax.com/Vegas. 4.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. It's been a tough go here for this Colorado offense here in the first half.
And I think the last few possessions have been better. You know, when the Mammoth are in transition and they have enough time on the shot clock to work the ball around, that's where they're successful. But you know, we mentioned the lack of the transition, the kind of the sloppiness of play has prevented them from getting all 5 guys on the floor. You know, about 15 to 20 seconds would be ideal.
Set play out of the timeout. Ryan Lee passes behind him, corrals it off the sideboards, gives it over to Kinnear. Kinnear Works inside, tries to get a shot off. Good smothering defense again by the Bandits. 3 guys collapsed on Dylan Kinnear. Now Dane Smith on the breakaway. Smith shoots and he put it off the left glove of Dylan Ward. Coates battling for that loose ball, popped it free, picked up there by Tim Edwards. Edwards is a New York boy, has a lot of ties with this Bandits club.
Dane Smith stuck on defense.
McLaughlin skips it to Malloy. Shot right into the logo of Matt Vince. And then Malloy able to find that loose ball, and he'll just backhand it to center where Capito is waiting. Lee scores! What a play from Dylan Malloy! A backhand flip just to space. Capito was there. He pushed the tempo, and Ryan Lee's got his second, 7-4.
You know Malloy tried to just get it back to his teammate. I don't think he meant to put it right in Joey Capito's stick there, and Ryan Lee just parked himself on top of the crease. We see the
challenge flag from John Tavares, the Bandits head coach. So this one will get reviewed by Todd LeBranch.
That's Ryan Lee's move, the crease dive there. He likes to catch it and go hard and reach around the goaltender. So the question is, where his toes in the crease?
So let's hang out with Todd LeBranch as he goes through the replays. And,
ooh, that's gonna be tight. Tippy toes.
Real tight.
Might have to look at the overhead angle, be able to see.
Bandits bench is waving no goal.
The white shoes might be his saving grace.
There's an overhead, can't quite see it.
Okay, can you get something from the other side?
This is going to be a tough one for LeBranch. So far inconclusive by my views, but that first look is probably the best one. There's another one from
slow this down from
high
here, right
above.
here.
And again,
Okay, can you bring that back? It kind of gets, and then slow it down.
There's a way to zoom in on that. You can kind of see. Yeah, from there, that might be.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
just enough.
Yeah,
be interesting to see what Todd LeBranch thinks. He's pushing off on his toes.
This is his toes.
The fans here think it's a goal.
That's as close as it gets.
Bandits offense is out on the floor.
Yeah, they don't think it's a goal. A nice eruption went off right beside me to my left when that overhead camera came, and you could see that toe.
I don't know, Johnny. That's really, really close.
I do know one team that would like to see an overhead camera view like that moving forward, but it's going to be tough. I think that's a situation could go either way. If it was called no goal, it would be hard to overturn that, but it's called a goal. We're going to see. But it's always interesting, Teddy. You said it. What the teams think.
Here's Todd LeBranch.
As a result of inconclusive evidence, the goal in the field stands.
Leisure's got a pair at 7-4, and that is a big, big goal. But give a massive assist to Dylan Malloy.
Well, during that whole situation, goaltender Matt Vince was pleading with his defense just to stay home in that situation. They kind of spread out and created that offense for the Colorado Mammoth. So we're going to see how the Bandits defense reacts in this last 3 minutes. But that whole intermission was led by their goalie Matt Vince over here on the bench.
Priolo having some extra words with the Branch about that call. Priolo, the Bandits captain. Obviously the Bandits weren't too thrilled with the call, but never really could tell cleanly that foot was on the line. It was darn close. But the Bandits will lose a timeout. And here comes the man. Let's see if they can build off the momentum from Ryan Lee's second. Here's Jacob Rouet. They'd love to get him going again. He's gone a couple games without a goal. Here's Lee on his wrong side. McLaughlin fakes it, tucks it underneath. Lee open on the backside, and Got a shot off, and he's going to get his own rebound. Fresh 30 here for Colorado. Lee. McLaughlin working with Wardle. Diagonal feed. And then Killen was strip checked by a nice play there from Mitch to Snoop. And he'll push it up. Slow 3-on-2 to Snoop. Late man is burned. Down low Smith. Hesitation. And Dylan Ward held on to that pipe nicely. And then Byrne dispossessed Coates. Smith on another huge save by Dylan Ward, and a penalty coming to Dan Coates as he ran over Dane Smith. But there's more sloppy play on the back end from Colorado with that turnover.
Yeah, good thing for Ward. He's reading Dane Smith's shots there. That's a couple opportunities Dane Smith has had. Dylan Ward's got his number going tonight.
Smith, small shot, save. Ward, loose ball, grabbed by Capito. And Coates is none too pleased with the officials, but he's going to have to head to the sin bin and sit for 2 or less.
Colorado penalty, 2 minutes, check time.
Yeah, you can see there he just finished his check. Got him right in the lower back.
So first power play opportunity for the Bandits. They had a penalty called for too many men earlier, but it was ruled to be a penalty shot, and Burns scored. So Coates, 2 minutes checking from behind. And here comes the number 3 ranked power play in the NLL. Backhand flip Fraser to Smith. Small missed it, and it's going to bounce too high and fall to Capito. Capito over center. We'll find Ryan Lee far side. He's out there with Malloy, Kinnear, and late man is Eli McLaughlin. Kinnear one-on-one with Weiss, drives, gets the inside, double team, gives off Malloy, turns, 8 on the shot clock, Kinnear spins, shoots. Oh, nice job there by Justin Martin to get in the way of that shot. Under a minute to go here in the half. Unless they score, the Bandits will end the second quarter on the power play. Here's Chase Fraser, will set up for Buffalo. Late man is Dane Smith. Into the corner, Byrne. He'll carry up high. Around the pick from Fraser to Smith. To Fraser. Shot hit a body that was open. Small is still on the ground. Byrne, shot, put it wide. Capito, breakaway from center. Here comes McKay. Capito, stutter step, pump fake shot, trying to go 5-hole. What a save, Matt Vince. Huge save from Vino. And what do we got here? Referee's blowing the whistle. I think some time might have run off the clock during the stoppage. And it looks like Colombo will ask for some time to be put back on the clock.
A good opportunity by Capito there. You know, when he's successful scoring goals, he keeps the stick above his shoulder. And, you know, it looked like he tried to pull that one back to the short side. He dropped the stick a bit, and Matt Vince was all over it.
So they put almost 7 seconds back up onto the game clock. So 22.4 remaining in the half. Billings will start with it all the way back in front of his own crease. Shots 26-26. Small, Byrne, Fraser, Smith will join Garrett Billings. And now what have we got?
I think Colorado's calling a timeout.
Colorado will call a timeout. And so Pat Coyle and Andrew McBride will talk over their defensive scheme and see what they want to do. Johnny, you're down there, and Josh Byrne has been the hot hand. Do you shut him off here, or do you roll the dice? Great answer, Johnny. Appreciate the insight as always. Jamie, I'll ask you the same question.
Yeah,
what would you do?
I think that's an option for sure. You know, one thing that I find always throws off a 6-on-5 offense is the jump, the early jump on that first pass. So looks like Johnny's got his headset on. Johnny, what do you think? Teddy mentioned Josh Byrne with a hot hand. What's the Mammoth strategy here?
Well, I think it's, you're still down a man, so you don't want to jump in this possession or jump too early because, you're already down one man here. You see what Buffalo's going to do. Are they going to pull, Matt Vince and go up 2 or not? It's definitely getting quite heated down here in between the benches, between both teams. Buffalo handled that goal, on the challenge, their challenge, and it was upheld a goal. They held that really well. But they're talking going back and forth between these two teams has really picked up as the pace of play has picked up. If it's me here, you're going to jump late, and you're going to trust your goalie to stop those outside shots.
So Byrne carries it into the offensive zone and gives it off to Garrett Billings. 10 seconds in the half. Here come the Bandits. Byrne, Billings. Fraser on the backside was open. Diagonal feed to Smith, missed. 2 on the clock. Long bomb, Capito. As he gets pulled to the ground, the half comes to an end. Bandits lead by 3, and they really extended that lead on a 5-goal run over a 13, almost 15, 16-minute span. But Ryan Lee broke the streak, and it's 7-4. A decent half by the Mammoth, but a great half for those Bandits.
Yeah, 100%. Matt Vince is leading the way, putting his team in great positions to be successful. The Mammoth have a couple things to clean up. Head coach Pat Coyle knows it, and you mentioned in the first quarter there, the transition definitely needs to be addressed.
John Gallant is with the 4-goal man, Josh Byrne, down the floor. Johnny?
Hi, thanks, Ted. Here with Josh Byrne. Feeling it this first half with 4 goals. Walk us through that penalty shot, in particular your pace running down the floor at Dylan Work.
Just trying to outweigh him there, that's all. Can't give you all my secrets.
Now, talking with head coach John Tavares, he was impressed with the start of the second quarter. You guys build a big lead. He did mention it's a long game. There's still a long way to go. How do you guys continue to build on that momentum that you have built here in the second quarter?
We just got to keep moving the ball. I find when our offense is moving the ball, we're a lot more dangerous, and we got to obviously cut off their transition. They got a lot of good guys like Caputo, that likes to roll the floor, so if we do those things, we'll be all right.
All right. Thank you. Best of luck second half. Guys.
Thanks, Johnny. Thank you, Josh. We'll come back, and Shuey and I will try and break this thing down a little bit with highlights and as much as we can fit in. Byrne's got 4. The Mammoth have 4. 7-4 Buffalo here from Denver, Colorado. 7-4 at the half in favor of the visiting Buffalo Bandits over the Colorado Mammoth. Teddy Jenner back here inside the broadcast booth from Denver, Colorado, here on BR Live and Altitude TV. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but San Diego and Colorado are headed to Las Vegas for the first ever professional game in that city. Devin Caney of the NLL sat down with both teams to talk about how Vegas became a lacrosse destination.
We talked about LA, we talked about a game in Anaheim, we talked about other market opportunities, and Vegas came up. It jolted the conversation that we wanted to have about a game outside the marketplace.
It's definitely going to be a monumental event. It's going to be something that that I think we're all going to remember forever. Just being a part of it in that environment, in that city.
Vegas on Super Bowl weekend being one of the most popular destinations for sports fans, we thought that would be a really cool opportunity, and so that was where the idea was born.
I mean, it's the first professional lacrosse game, indoor lacrosse game to be played in Vegas.
It's one that kind of jumps out at the schedule for you.
I don't think I've ever even thought about a pro game in Vegas.
I think fans are going to love it, and then Vegas might turn into loving it too.
It'll be a pretty cool feeling just to be the first team to ever play there, and if there's ever expansion or a team that comes there full time, to know that we were kind of the ones to kickstart it would be a cool feeling, and just the opportunity to kind of go down to Vegas and playing in an environment that I'm sure will be pretty wild down there. It'll be a lot of fun.
They're pushing the envelope, right, and trying to do things that haven't been done in this league, and you're making ground, right, and you're creating some buzz and excitement around the league.
Have the opportunity to play there, I think it's something that's pretty cool, pretty special, and something that once maybe couple years down the road after everything's done, kind of look back and think about it. It'll be something that, I mean, I'll kind of reminisce on and talk about.
Unique experience for everybody, both teams. It's going to be a heated game against Colorado, so we're excited. At the end of the day, it's another lacrosse game. It's an opportunity for us to get a win.
I asked that we play Colorado because I thought, what a great opportunity. We're about halfway in between, you know, Vegas is halfway in between Colorado and San Diego.
The best players in the world don't get distracted. You know, they focus on them, they control the controllables, and they just move forward. And I think for young guys, that's, you know, a difficult task. I remember my first game in Colorado, and, you know, you look up, it's the big stage, and at the end of the day, you just have to go and execute your role and make that your priority and focus.
We're excited to be there. We're excited to have a good game, but we're going to treat it like, I mean, any other game and make sure that we're prepared, and hopefully we can get the win and then celebrate after.
It had some level of significance. It has a lot of significance for me personally, but at the end of the day, that wasn't about that. It was about the fact that this really made a ton of sense for a Western Division a matchup in Las Vegas, and trying to get a lot of people in the National Lacrosse League to come join us for a big party.
The Sin City will be the home for the NLL in a week's time. Come back, Shu and I will break down the first half highlights here on Altitude and VR Live. Loud House is brought to you by your hometown Toyota stores and the powerful 2020 Toyota RAV4. By Anthony's Pizza. Order online now at iloveanthonys.com. By Ford. Get the truck that was made to work. Ford F-150. Built better, built stronger, built Ford tough. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more in car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. Back inside the Pepsi Center here at halftime. Jamie Shuchuk back in the booth. Let's take a look at the halftime highlights. But first, your thought on what was an up and down half for the Mammoth.
Yeah, and I think it was, you know, need to contain Josh Byrne in the front end. He's having a monster game, and Matt Vince leading the way. You notice that Steve Priolo's packing the middle and making it very difficult for the Mammoth offense to get through.
Dylan Malloy got his first in the National Lacrosse League. Then Ryan Lee got another one. We were tied at 2, and then the Buffalo Bandits went on a 5-1 run, and really Josh Byrne was the catalyst of all of that.
Yeah, and they just started pouring it on. Great ball movement. You can see that little toe drag there, and you can see he jumps, not necessarily a crease dive, but he gets vertical, which is really interesting and very difficult for the goaltender to stop. You can see he does the same thing. Interesting move there on a penalty shot, but he's definitely dialed in tonight, the leader of the Buffalo offense.
He's got 4 goals on 7 shots, including 6 loose balls. There are your first half stats. What stands out to you?
Well, everything's even except the score. You know, the Mammoth are down by 3, but again, we always say it's a game of runs, a game of momentum, so the Mammoth should be able to get the home crowd on their side here and hopefully get a great first 5 minutes here in the third quarter.
This is an important game for Colorado going into this next 3-game stretch. They need to find a 5-minute stretch, like I said, of a run here to start to get the momentum, get this game back under control.
Yeah, and head coach Pat Coyle is an emotional leader there in the locker room, so I know he's going to get his boys fired up just like he did to turn around last weekend. So I, look for an emotional, a lot of energy here for the Colorado Mammoth first 5 minutes.
Come back and join us from downtown Denver. Bandits and Mammoth as the Kaluna Fire Dancers get us going here at halftime from Denver. Both teams making their way back onto the floor from halftime. Mammoth and Bandits here from the Pepsi Center. If you love the NLL, you'll love all the highlights on our social channel. Get the best goals, saves, and action during the games and during the week on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and of course, NLL.com. Just waiting for John Gallant to have his halftime guest. I believe it's going to be Ryan Lee. He has 2 goals, 5 shots for Leeser, and he's with Johnny now down on the floor. John.
Hey, thanks, Ted. Ryan, game of lacrosse is a game of runs and momentum. You guys offensively get the momentum back here on your side in the second half.
We just get in there at halftime. We got to regroup. It's a tough half with 4 goals. Our D's playing well, so we just got to keep going. I mean, we're a second half team. We'll come out hot.
All right, thanks. Best of luck second half. Guys.
Thanks, Johnny. 20 seconds remains on the Bandits power play. So far, no shots on net, but they aren't the 3rd best power play in the league for nothing. Matt Vince to our right, Dylan Ward to our left. Matt Vince made 21 saves in that first half, while Dylan Ward made 18. Edwards and Weiss at the faceoff dot. Shots even 25 apiece. And Edwards wins it clean. Gillis can't find it. Edwards has his stick check there by Weiss. Ball still loose. And Matt Vince will come out of his crease to corral it. Had to avoid the back end. Now Brownell will get it across center just in time. Got 8 seconds to get it over center. And he was there just in time. We're all back to even. Bandits 0 for 1 on the power play. No shots on target. Here's an outside shot from Small. Handled there nicely by Dylan Ward. Long ball pass, Ryan Lee. Just out of his reach. And then he'll play it off the bounce. Oh, and nicely picked up there by the defensive play of Matt Gilray. Gilray stutter steps past Hope. And now far side is Noseworthy, who's got his first in the NLL. Billings skips it to Byrne. Pushed back there by Stewart. Billings. Noseworthy was wide open. Billings outside shot, and Ward handled it easily. Here comes Sullivan. Had his first goal of the year last weekend against Saskatchewan. Liger drives. Pushed back by some good D there by the Bandits. One more to Rouet. McLaughlin. Shot. Oh, he almost snuck that one short side. And it's going to be pushed the other way by Spanger down the pipe. Spanger will turn away, give it to Fraser. Weiss out there on offense. You can hear Rusty Kruger trying to get him off the floor. Twister shot there by Fraser. Turned aside by Ward. John Lynch crosses center. And will come down near side. Dylan Kinnear, who's got himself one tonight. Kinnear drives. Good defense there by Brownell. Kinnear will give it off to Stewart, who will come and play a shift to O. Ryan Lee. Kinnear. Off a double seal. Lee's shot. That'll get a reset. It'll stay here with the Mammoth. Good outside shot by Lee. Matt Vince discussing with LeBranch if that shot actually hit him.
It went right up that right post.
Thanks, Johnny. The best eyes in the league. Ryan Lee. Shot saved by Matt Vince. And again, we've talked about it. They're not going to beat Matt Vince from the outside like that. They got to move the ball, move their feet, and get to the middle of the floor.
Yeah, 100%, especially off of a reset where you're wearing down the defense. And not the shot you want to take when Matt Vince has time and you be able to see those outside shots. I think he has the advantage every time.
Here's Byrne. Near side Billings work a 2-man game with Quinn Palace. Billings will roll. Diagonal skip feed. What a pass! And an even better from Josh Byrne. He's got a handful. It's 8-4 Buffalo.
What hands by Byrne to catch, and I think he put it far side. And Garrett Billings with the little touch pass there. And, you know, Josh Byrne, we've seen him score goals all different ways tonight. And this guy moves so well off ball, and you can see the Buffalo Bandits offense is in sync right now, and number 22 is rolling.
That is a heck of a pass from Garrett Billings. Byrne wasn't really open, but he knew where he was going to be. It was a spot pass, and Byrne wasted no time beating Ward, who was going post to post to try to get there.
Well, I think what fools Dylan Ward there, too, is the fact that Garrett Billings likes to shoot from there. So Dylan Ward has to respect that shot, and then, like I mentioned, just thread of the needle there right in Josh Byrne's stick.
And to your point there, Ted, Dylan Ward plays in a style where he likes to play that high arc and get to the top of that crease. And so if you're going to connect with that cross the floor pass, you're going to have that opportunity to put in an empty net.
Here's Wardle to Lee. Shot scores! from Leeser, and a great quick response for the Mammoth. 8-5 Buffalo.
The difference there between that other shot that we mentioned last possession was that Ryan Lee caught the ball moving his feet, going down floor. You know, good pick there to get Chris Wardle his hands free. Ryan Lee catches the ball, looks at the net, fools Matt Vince.
And for Ryan Lee, his 13th of the regular season gives him the team lead.
You know, Jacob Rouet is not going to get any points, you know, for that goal, but on film, the coaching staff's going to see he drove hard from the bench and through the middle, and that drew the attention of all the Buffalo Bandit defenders, and that's what allowed Lee to be open in that right shooter spot. If Mammoth are going to be successful here tonight, you guys have talked about how they have to move on the inside, and it starts coming off the bench, crashing through that middle and creating separation.
Capito, oh, he tried to find Coates. They probably would have been smarter to take the over and back there. And now here comes Buffalo the other way. Brownell will slow up. Weasel head off the floor, as will Brownell. Here's Dane Smith. Head of steam shot. Oh, a nice job there by Lintz to get a piece of it. Ball loose along the far side boards. To be grabbed there by Noseworthy. And he'll come near side Smith. Diagonal skip to Byrne, and he just missed it. Under 11 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Sullivan across center, comes near side to Lintz, who finds Chris Wardle one-on-one with Gilray. Malloy backs down McKay. Shot saved there by Vince, loose ball. And Vince will come near side Gilray. Billings. Watch there by Hope around the top, gives it off to Small. One more in the corner, Josh Byrne. Byrne around the top, thought about shooting through some legs. Now near side, Quinn Palace. In the middle, oh, wide open! Noseworthy and Dylan Ward got enough fit to keep it out, but Noseworthy was wide open through the middle. That's a big save for Dylan Ward. Shots 30-30, 8-5. Near side Wardle, working with Kinnear. Wardle thought about shooting through the screen, backside look, and couldn't find Jacob Rouet. Weiss will slow up, watched by Wardle. Weiss will give it to Dane Smith and stay in play. Brownell. Far side Byrne, diagonal feed Smith, doesn't connect. 13 on the shot clock. Top side Dane Smith, shot there by Chase Fraser. Turned aside by Ward, fresh 30. Fraser driving, diving, shoulder save, but it'll be a crease violation. And that'll take us to our first TV timeout of the quarter. Both teams have traded goals, and Ryan Lee's got his third. It's 8-5. You're listening and watching the NLL on BR Live on Altitude. Leading Colorado here with 9:15 in the third quarter. Welcome back to the Pepsi Center here on BR Live and Altitude. Do you know if you come to 1, 2, or even 6 Mammoth games through the season? Check out the Flex Plan, designed to be the most flexible plan for Mammoth fans. Flex plans come in packages of 12 or 18 tickets to utilize however you'd like throughout the season. Pick your game, pick the number of tickets to use, pick your seats. It's all up to you. Check out ColoradoMammoth.com. We are on sock trick watch, Shuey. There's only been one so far this year, and that was Riley O'Connor of the Black Wolves had one against the Riptide. Burns got 5 tonight, and he's got 24 minutes to find that 6th one. I don't think there'll be too many socks thrown. Our good buddy John Gertler in Buffalo Radio might throw his. But other than that, I don't think the Mammoth fans want to see that 6th goal.
Absolutely not. And you know, that last goal by Ryan Lee was huge to be able to respond. They don't want to see Buffalo Bandits string 2 3-goal runs together here. So great response here. Now they need to go on their 2 3-goal run.
Here come the Mammoth. Ryan Lee gives it off near side to Eli McLaughlin. Lee again, stops his feet, comes back to Eli. Come off a pick there from Kinnear. Eli turns the corner on his wrong side. Sutter says backhander, oh, he just missed. And loose ball will be grabbed there by Justin Martin. 7-6 Calgary leading Halifax up at the Saddle Dome, straight up the Rocky Mountains. Earlier tonight, San Diego beat New York. Here's Dane Smith, sips it to Small, shot saved Dylan Ward. They'll float it to Hope. Colorado pushing with numbers. Hope crosses the restraining line, gives it off to Dylan Kinnear. Kinnear driving, shooting, oh, diving save there by Matt Vince, and loose ball picked up by Jacob Rouet. Hope's gonna hurry up and get off the floor. Here's Wardle, fakes it. Wardle driving, shot, oh, he tried to come short side. The shot clock had expired, and here come the Bandits the other way.
Impressive shift there by Kinnear. Kids working so hard, taking a beating, going through the middle. You know, one thing we talked about the Mammoth not going in the middle there in the first half. It's because they got guys like Priolo.
Inside feed to Chase Fraser, turned aside by Ward.
That could be a penalty there. It didn't look like he let up.
And we got a penalty up ahead of the play. So Dylan Ward to the bench. 6 on 5 here for the Mammoth. McLaughlin. Late man's Kinnear. Eli near side. Turns the corner. Tried to skip it down to Lee, and it's picked off. And so what's the call gonna be?
I wonder if Todd LeBranch caught the goalie interference. I didn't see anything up floor.
Now, you and I were both kind of looking back towards Dylan Ward. Dan Coates talking with crew chief Todd LeBranch for the official call here, and we'll send it down to him as he's mic'd up.
Yeah, it's Fraser going.
Buffalo number 95, 2 minutes goaltender interference.
Got to protect the goalies.
So Fraser doesn't like the call, but the Mammoth will head to the power play. They're 1 for 1 so far on the night. An excellent opportunity to get back to within 2. Goalie interference, the call on Fraser. Backhand flip, Wardle. McLaughlin. Lead, shot, save, scores! Have enough English on it. Weezer's got 4. It's 8-6.
Right, identical goals for Colorado on the power play by Ryan Lee. Again, nothing special. The Buffalo Bandits are set up in a diamond, so you want to get the ball moving around a little bit, and you look for those quick shots. We saw in the first half a couple squeakers go behind Dylan Ward. There's one that Matt Vince got a piece of, and it just trickled by. But you can see Ryan Lee is putting some deception on his shot, and he's pulling it from the far side, coming near. It's fooling Matt Vince right now.
They got a little momentum on their side. They're back to within 2. As Ryan Lee has 14 on the regular season now. How about this for a stat? Nice job, Pat. Great job on this stat.
A lot of fours.
Ryan Lee, 4th of the night. Assist to Eli McLaughlin, his 4th of the night. And Chris Wardle, his 4th of the night. A lot of 4s, as you say. Ooh, as Mitch Desnew runs right through Tim Edwards. And I believe it was an 8-second violation on the Bandits, so possession here for Colorado. Can they get to within 1? Kinnear inside to McLaughlin, oh, he just put it wide. There's a nice inside look, but Eli just missed the far side corner. Here's Desnew. We'll leave it for Dane Smith. Smith thought about it. Skips it to Byrne. Oh, a nice save there by Dylan Ward. Ball's loose in front of him. And Dylan Ward push it up to Wardle, who'll roll it to Johnny Lintz. 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Wardle turns the corner, drives, gives it off to Eli. Tucks it, can't get the shot off.
Late in the 30, McLaughlin. Rouet down low, shot, scores! Killam softly. Kyle Killam with his first. It's a one-goal game, 8-7 Buffalo.
That's exactly what the Mammoth need to keep up to do, is move the ball, move your feet. You saw smothering defense there, Matt Gilray on Eli McLaughlin. Kyle Killam finding himself open on the backside, and great hands by the kid. Stepped him far side, pulled it back short side, fooled Matt Vince. And this is that run, that momentum that we talked about. Now the Mammoth are back within one. Fans are feeling it here.
Ian McKay a little slow to get up. I think he might have taken a bit of a greasy pick. And let's hope he's okay. It's Killam from Rouet and McLaughlin at 9:14. Eli's got 5 dimes.
That's the danger from a defense that likes to press, especially late at the shot clock, and they start stretching out and doubling the ball. If you're able to move the ball pass to pass accurately and quickly, you're going to find open guys as that defense is scrambling.
Where the face-off dot we go. Sorry, Johnny?
No, you could. McKay was down, and I'm glad he was able to walk off. I think that's just as much as slowing the pace down and slowing that momentum down as anything as well.
Procedure called on the Bandits. They crossed their starting line too early. As the Pepsi Center's starting to really become loud. One-goal game, 5:40 remaining in the third. Can Colorado come all the way back to tie this thing? Pass to Wardle, can't connect. Off the boards to Priolo. Priolo gonna run. Can McLaughlin catch him? Priolo, shot, scores! And that's a killer from Steve Priolo, as he gets his second of the season in transition.
Huge goal by the captain there. You just mentioned the crowd's going nuts after that Kyle Killam goal, and Steve Priolo can do it all. He does it in transition. He's the leader of the team in the back end, and great job getting his stick up high. This little twister beats Dylan Ward under the glove.
Time of the goal, 9:33. A response in just 19 seconds from the Bandits, and that all started with the errant pass to Chris Wardle. Priolo picks it up and went coast to coast. McKay gonna take a draw here for the Bandits against Timmy Edwards. Ball pops free. Hope had it for a second. It'll be grabbed there by Noseworthy. He's hit, goes into the Mammoth bench. Nice hands by Joel Rayner. And it'll be Colorado ball. Rouet to Wardle. Into the corner, Dylan Kinnear. Cross-ball pick from Malloy, into the corner, Rouet. One more to Kinnear, diving shot, he just put it wide, but he'll get called for crease violation. Here comes Buffalo the other way with Nick Weiss. 35-31 are the shots in favor of the Bandits. They lead by 2. Dane Smith still looking for his first of the night. Plays 1-2 with Fraser. Now into the far corner, Josh Byrne. Driving, shooting, he just put it wide, short side, loose ball. And it's picked up there by a Buffalo Bandit. Now Dylan Ward's gonna find it. And that'll take us to our final TV timeout of the third quarter. It's getting testy in here inside the Loud House. It's a 2-goal game. Bandits lead. BR Live and Altitude TV in Denver. In Denver, early this morning at shoot-around, kids and their families from Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children were on hand to design the helmets Colorado Mammoth players will wear during the Lacrosse Out Cancer game on March 20th. Not only did they design them, they got to come out on the floor, take a picture with the team, also got some time to shoot on Tyler Carlson. It's always one of the favorite nights of the year for the Mammoth players. There you get a look at Eli McLaughlin of the Colorado Mammoth. He's got 5 points tonight, pushing him over 300 for his career. As Eli McLaughlin has really taken his game to another level in the past couple of seasons. Had a bit of an upper body injury that kept him out for the couple games in the early part of the season, but he seems to be back to normal. Here he is near side with possession.
McLaughlin, toe drag, works inside, flips it to Ward. Oh, that pass was nicely picked off by Ian McKay. Then he'll bounce it up ahead to Gilray. He'll leave it there for Weiss. And the Bandits have only 3 defenders out on the offensive side of the floor. And they'll slow up, and here comes Dane Smith in the offense. Noseworthy to Byrne, now down in the corner, Corey Small. Small turns a corner shot, right toe save by Dylan Ward. Here's Johnny Lentz. Got to get across center, he does. And he'll run to open space. Now Eli McLaughlin. Thought about it. Now he'll shoot it, save there by Vince. Is he gonna bomb one down the floor? He won't, he'll go short to Brownell. 8-8 Halifax and Calgary, as that game is now all tied up. Small, near side Billings. Watch there by Hope, takes a chop, flips it to Fraser, who a little bit of a Logan Schuss no-look shot there on target, but Dylan Ward wise to it.
Yeah, looking for that shot under the glove, waiting for Dylan Ward to take that foot off the post, but Ward will start the entire way.
Kinnear, stutter step, bouncer, saved there by Vince. McKay runs past Stewart, gives it off to Priolo, back to McKay, and he can't get a shot off as Joey Capito was all over him. We heard what Josh Byrne said to John Gallant at the half. They're really focused on not allowing guys like Joey Capito to run the floor, and we really haven't seen much of a transition game, if at all, from Colorado.
Well, Buffalo's really focused here, both in the first quarter and now the third, with this long run for their bench of getting their old guys off early to stop that transition you talked about.
And that's guys buying in and being unselfish. Get off the floor when you can. Let's get our defense and do their job. Here's Wardle, working with Eli. He'll skip it to Lee. He's feeling it, he is feeling it, come on! Ryan Lee's got 5. Double sock trick watch. And it's back to a 1-goal game, 9-8.
Yeah, we've seen Ryan Lee pull up from that UC Health sign there on the floor all game long, and again, just sneaks one 5-hole underhand, little worm burner. And Matt Vince definitely is not been able to solve number 16 tonight. And like you mentioned, we got a sock trick watch for the home crowd here.
9-8 here, 9-8 in Calgary, as now Halifax has taken the lead. And San Diego beat New York 15-11. Those are your 3 games in the NLL tonight. 1 game tomorrow, as Georgia will take on New England in a little Sunday fun day.
You know, guys, I think it's definitely got to be something in the scouting report. You've seen both all game long that the Mammoth are really looking at that 5-hole, or just to the right and left of Matt Vince's knees. Every shot has been low, especially on those swings. Nothing has been high here tonight, shoulder height, by the Mammoth offense.
And that's kind of funny because Matt Vince tends to drop a little bit, and the Mammoth have been picking apart those low shots. Here's Garrett Billings. One more. Oh, Dylan Ward had to get post to post. Good slap check there by Capito. He finds that loose ball.
That was a great check by Capito, but Dylan was a little slow coming from his right to left. If that was on net, it was going in. But Capito got his stick on it and just altered that shot.
Here's Kinnear. Mammoth trying to tie this one up. First time since 2-2. Lee, shot saved there by Matt Vince. That time, Johnny, Lee went high with his shot and Vince swallowed it up. Weiss at center. Byrne, shot, oh, and he hit the post from 3 feet outside the restraining line.
Yeah, that was a 2-for-1 shot. We have 48 seconds left on the clock. Will be interesting to see if they try it again.
Powless to Smith. Shot, saved Ward, ball loose behind him. And it'll be picked up there by Hope. And then Smith with some upward pressure goes out of play. It's going to be Buffalo ball. Great job by Dane Smith. 5-second difference, maybe less, between game and shot clock. And the officials are going to talk this one over. They may want to put some time back on this clock.
Well, it just went down from 36 to 30. With 27 on the shot clock.
Quickly jumped to 11-8 for Halifax.
0.6 on the game clock, full reset on the 30.
As they look to improve to 6-0. So 36.6. Are they going to reset the 30 here?
Yeah, I think I heard Todd LeBranch tell the timekeeper to reset.
So 6.6 the difference. Billings. Dane Smith. Into the corner, Josh Byrne. He's got 5. Smith still looking for his first of the night. Stutter step to Byrne. Skip past Billings. Billings watched there by Stewart. Check that, that's Robert Hope. Byrne one-on-one with Gillis. Byrne shot. Oh, Dylan Ward got a piece of it. Off the glass. 8 on the game clock. Byrne. On Gillis. Shot, put it high, and that quarter will come to an end. 9-8, Bandits lead. You're gonna want to come back for the final 15. 2 guys looking for their 6th. Bandits looking for the win. It's 9-8, come back from Denver. 1-goal game with 15 minutes of regulation to play. Buffalo holds on to a slim lead. Next weekend, the NLL Game of the Week moves to Las Vegas as Connor Fields and the Seals host Dylan Ward and the Mammoth at Orleans Arena in Sin City. Catch all the action with myself, Doug Locker, and Devin Caney on BR Live, Twitter, and Facebook, starting at 9:30 p.m. Eastern with a special half-hour edition of NLL Game Day Live. 15 minutes. This is going to be a good one. Should we buckle up, brother?
Yeah, 1-goal game. Like, you know, Johnny mentioned earlier in the game that things are heating up on the benches and guys are chirping. This is where you see that energy from both teams. You got to come out flying here these first 5 minutes.
Hope finds a loose ball off the draw, but he's dispossessed. It'll go back to the Bandits. They'll have the first possession of the 4th quarter. Spanger. Check that, Justin Martin, 21 in white. Here's Dane Smith. Driving. Smith inside to Byrne. You cannot leave him alone. He's got 6. Sock trick for Josh Byrne.
There's at least 1 pair thrown from the stands.
Are those yours, Johnny?
No, not mine. And I'm not picking them up either.
Yeah, Johnny, what happened there? I don't think it was necessary for Capito to go down there chasing and definitely to come off of number 22. He's got the hot hand tonight.
No, I think, you know, it's a situation where, you know, those up picks are really difficult to defend at times, and you see guys possibly being open to go underneath, and you know, the momentum of the game, the energy in the stadium, in the arena here, you know, sometimes gets you out of control and reckless a little bit, and you know, the Mammoth all night have been fighting back. As Dylan Ward comes out to get that ball, they've been fighting back and getting this game closer and closer. They just haven't been able to take that final step. If you remember, the arena was on fire here. They threw the ball away, and Perillo went down and scored on a breakaway. So they got to get over that hump here at some point here this evening.
Here comes Colorado with Chris Wardle. Turns the corner. Backside look to Lee. He just missed it. Gets the rebound, though. Late in the 30, Lee from a tough angle, and they'll put it wide. Josh Byrne, 6th of the game, 34 seconds into the 4th quarter. Give assists to Dane Smith and Justin Martin, and for Dane Smith, that's assist number 399. And in 3 quarters of the 4th, the Buffalo Bandits have scored 4 goals in the opening minutes of those 3 quarters. They scored at 32 seconds of the first, 25 and 58 seconds of the second, and 34 seconds of the 4th. That is not how you're supposed to open up at the start of a quarter. And that, again, we talked about in the onset of this game, is being turned on for the start of games, the start of quarters. That's been a factor for Colorado.
Yeah, I mean, same goes for Buffalo. They want to do it too, and you know they've had the combination of physical defense, good transition, and getting off the floor in reverse transition has allowed them to gain this momentum and hold on to it.
Vince on a dime to Brownell. Great job by Gillis to get back. And Brownell will come near side Steve Priolo. It's a 2-goal game. Bandits leading at 10-8. Shots 42-36 in favor of the Bandits. Here's Fraser. Shot, took a deflection. Goes to the corner. Loose ball be picked up by Gillis. He's got Edwards with him, and the Bandits are back. So Gillis will slow up. Here comes Jacob Rouet. Gives it off to Wardle. One more, Eli McLaughlin. Down low, Kinnear. Stutter step driving. Diving, score! Oh, they wave it off!
That was
Kinnear
interesting.
could have had his second.
The near side official there was nodding his head, while the far side official there called the goal off. But nice underneath move. We've seen Kinnear do that all night long.
And here's the replay that Pat Coyle has been waiting for, and I think his right toe is on the line. Here's Smith with a shot. Put it wide. Loose ball, grabbed there by Byrne. Byrne on Sullivan. Spinning, still has it, shot on target. And a nice save there by Dylan Ward. Stewart to Wardle, into the corner, Eli McLaughlin. Watched there by Spanger, spins off, gives it to Killen, right back to Liger. Now Dylan Malloy, driving, backhander. That one didn't quite have the angle. Loose ball picked up by Wardle late in the 30. And Wardle checked off the ball. And this will be a shot clock violation, but the Bandits pick it up. And it's Matt Spanger across center.
Good idea, bad execution on that one.
Just didn't quite have the shoulders turned the right way. Edwards broke his stick, so he's out there playing hands-on-hands defense. Here's Billings, double comes, backhand flip to Smith, goes awry. Skip pass doesn't connect with Noseworthy. And that's a good defensive set by the Colorado Mammoth defense as the shot clock will expire. 14-9, Halifax winning over the Calgary Roughnecks as they have turned that game around in a hurry. Eli far side. Watched there by Gilray. Thought about it. Picked up by Brownell, who just put a stick on him. The ball popped out. Desnew. Up ahead to former Mammoth Bryce Sweeting. First time we've mentioned Sweets' name. He was picked up in the expansion draft and then flipped over to Buffalo, I believe.
Yeah, he's been doing his typical big, strong, hit everybody, come through the middle style of defense. He's a great addition to this Buffalo Bandits back end.
Here's Smith. 6-goal man Josh Byrne isolated over there with Josh Sullivan. Now Smith, shot, tried to go 5-hole, missed, loose ball. And it'll be picked up there nicely by Ryan Lee. Lee will slow up, might want to change after playing a shift to D. Little hidden ball trick, Lee still has it. McLaughlin, backhand feed Wardle. Wardle shot, hit a body. McLaughlin to Killen, shot, scores! And there was a time where Matt Vince dropped and Kyle Killen gets his second by going far side top corner. 10-9.
The reason he drops, Teddy, is it's through about 4 different players, but Kyle Killen does a great job getting his stick nice and high, and he kind of twists it there, takes a little bit off, kind of a change-up. Goes to that top right corner. Huge goal for Kyle Killen, the Mammoth, to bring him back within 1.
And you can see a little relief on Kyle Killen's face. It's been a tough couple of weeks for him trying to find the back of the net, and he had an incredible rookie season. And this year, it's almost, the shots aren't falling, but he needs to almost change his game a little bit to adapt. Now that teams have game film on him, understand what he's trying to do.
Yeah, 100%. I think the key to any young player, you talk about the sophomore slump, I don't think he's having that, but you got to continue to keep your feet moving and understand that not all your shots are going to go in.
Wardle and McLaughlin pick up assists. They both now have 6 assists in the game. There are some numbers being put up, and it's still been a pretty decent goaltenders duel. Here's Byrne. Noseworthy skips it to Dane Smith. Shot saved Dylan Ward. Old Bandit screaming for a back in, but not going to get it. And here comes the captain, Dan Coates. 8:40 remaining. Cowbell time here inside the Loud House. Hope you're enjoying this game wherever you're watching on BR Live and Altitude. Spanier lost the stick, Killer backhand feed, lead diving save, Matt Vince. That's a massive save by Vino.
Yeah, Lee tried to go low there that time. Last dive goal he had, he went high. And Matt Vince read that the entire way.
Billings far side. Drives the heart of the defense, pushed back by Edwards. Gives it off Quinn Palace, down near side Corey Small. Small. Billings, low to low, shot saved Dylan Ward, loose ball. Nice job there by John Lintz. Quickly up ahead, Josh Sullivan, only was down on his knees trying to field it. Now he got to get across the timeline. He does, now he's got to work his way away from John Harnett. Here's Malloy. Near side Ryan Lee. 1 goal game, 7.5 minutes to play. Lee, up top Malloy. Fakes it, takes it, Malloy, has he? Oh, he put on the left shoulder. We got called for in the crease. Maybe a little too much time there for Dylan Malloy. TV timeout, 1 goal game. Kyle Killen, backhand flip to Lee, but Vino there to stone him. We're in Denver, come back. Inside the Pepsi Center, 10-9, Buffalo leads Colorado in what has been a fantastic affair as we take a look at the NLL out-of-town scoreboard. Yesterday, Philadelphia beat New York 14-6. The Wings have won, I believe, 5 of 6. San Diego beat New York earlier today, and Halifax was down early. But as they've done so often this year, battle themselves back and now a 14-10 lead over Calgary. Here inside the Loud House, Josh Burns got 6 goals on 10 shots. The rest of the team has 4 goals on 36 shots. For Colorado, Ryan Lee's got 5 goals on 10 shots. The rest of the team, 4 goals on 29 shots. Pat Chavez, best stat guy in the business. 7:15 remaining. Byrne down low to Small. Dylan Ward, post to post. Oh, they're going to call it a goal. What an effort by Chase Fraser. Dylan Ward made the initial save. Ball was loose. Fraser found it and somehow put it over the far shoulder of Dylan Ward. And Pat Coyle's going to watch the replay very closely on this one.
Yeah, that one of the questions always is when the net's off. You see Dylan Ward come all the way over to make the save. And then Gillis is pointing that he was in the crease. Get a better look at the overhead here. That right foot is close, but
that's close. Pat Coyle's going to hold on to it. Doesn't want to be wrong and lose his timeout. So for Chase Fraser, his first of the night, 7th in his last 3 games, and it's back to a 2-goal lead, 11-9. Off the draw. Who's going to come up with it? Ball still loose, and it's Mitch to Snoot. But now he's checked, and it's picked up there by Taylor Stewart. Here comes Colorado. Ruiz. Turn the corner. Doesn't take the shot. Comes near side Ryan Lee. Lee. McLaughlin. Inside. Oh, a nice feed there for Ruiz and Matt Vince. Another big save for the Bandits to keep this a 2-goal game.
Defense.
Justin Martin. Near side, Josh Byrne. Dane Smith. Pushed back there by Hope. Pass doesn't connect with Ian McKay. Late in the 30, McKay. Billings, shot, kicked aside by Dylan Ward. Big loose ball. It'll be handled there by Jordan Gillis. Byrne and Small pick up the assists on the goal by Chase Fraser. That's increased the Bandits' lead to 2. Here's Killen. Gets a pick from Malloy. He'll shoot, try to go 5-hole. That time, Matt Vince held the stick tight to the ground. Long outlet pass, picked up by Fraser. One-on-one, Fraser spinning, turning, and great defense there by Josh Sullivan. 17 on the shot clock. Smith, far side. Near side, Corey Small, isolated on Capito. Around the top, Small. Clutch shot off the crossbar. Capito has Kinnear off the bench. Kinnear scores! Thread the needle, Capito. Kinnear deposits into the back of the net. It's back to a 1-goal game, 11-10.
And it's great to see Kinnear get rewarded. He's been working so hard. What a nice, the kid's going full speed here. Watch what he does with his stick, little fake. Couple fakes there and holds on a little delay, gets Matt Vince leaning to the wrong side. He just reaches around. Big goal by the kid. Great energy boost there for the Mammoth offense.
His 3rd of the season, 2nd tonight. 5:11 to play. 11-10 Buffalo. Shots 50-42.
How many times has it been tonight where the Mammoth have gotten within 1 goal? You know, they're in their fight back.
A lot, Johnny.
A lot. It has been a lot,
Johnny.
It's in that last goal. You know, you want breaks. Sometimes you're going to get those breaks. There's a shot by the Bandits off the post, went right to Capito, and that started that transition.
4 times since that 5-goal run, they've gotten to within a goal. They've yet to get it all the way back to dead even. Loose ball, Malloy. Backside look, Liger, shot, scores! Eli ties it, 11-11. 1 goal, 6 assists, and Liger has tied it at 11.
Yeah,
what a game.
Great patience too by McLaughlin. Quick little fake, freezes Vince, similar to what Kinnear did in the last goal, and just reaches around him. And the Mammoth are tied up, 11-11. And this is where they need to hold on to that momentum, be very smart, but it's good to see them capitalizing on their opportunities. They weren't doing that in the first half. Just like Ryan Lee said, they're a second-half team, and they're proving it.
Back to the draw we go, Coates and McKay. Coates wins it, loose ball picked up by Stewart. He'll flip it to Hope, and now here comes Chris Wardle. Liger's got a goal and 6 assists. Killen's got 2 goals and an assist. And Chris Wardle just picked up his 7th assist. And now we lead! Come on! Throw your socks, that's 6! No, I lied, it's Jacob Rouet. I'm too excited.
You are excited,
Rooster
Denny.
gives him the lead, it's 12-11.
Yeah, nice little stutter. Nice little stutter step here, but again, the key is with these outside shots is getting them moving, and you see it, Rouet catch the ball and come downfield. A quick little hitch there got Matt Vince to freeze, and Jacob Rouet just sniped that to the top right corner.
They have come all the way back. At one point, trailed 8-4. And they scored back-to-back goals within 20 seconds. Chris Wardle picks up another assist. Robert Hope gets himself an assist. And Jacob Rouet gets his first goal of the night. And that's a big goal. And now here comes Buffalo. Desnew, inside feed, nice save, Dylan Ward. Loose ball, picked up by Gillis. Tracks into his own corner, and he throws it away. Desnew Gillis, got to get it over the line, got to chuck it. And they'll call for 8-second violation, and we're headed to a timeout. Catch your breath. Jacob Rouet has given the Mammoth their first lead of the game. 3:40 left, come back to Denver on BR Live at Altitude. They haven't led all game. They've been trading goals back and forth, and finally the Mammoths score back-to-back within 25 seconds to take a 12-11 win. They've got 4 goals in the third and the fourth. They only had 4 in the whole first half. Maybe we should check out our Geico play of the game. Sure. And even though we're winning, Josh Burns, short side backhander early in this contest. He has 6 on the night. That's the prettiest of them all.
Yeah, and that got the Bandits going here. And look for him and the gamers for this Buffalo Bandits offense, like Dane Smith, Corey Small. Look for these guys to really push through here, try to cut into that lead.
Josh Burns, shot, put it wide, loose ball, grabbed there by Hope. Every possession is key here. How's that for a cliche?
It'd be interesting to see how Buffalo plays this. They talked that whole time about how they look tired. They got to play with a little bit more energy on defense.
Far side, Eli. Around the top. Eli on his wrong side. Oh, shoot. Oh, he hit the post. Had Vince beat on the bouncer, but it rang off the little red buddy.
Eli.
McKay's shot right into the belly pad at Dylan Ward.
Eli was stuck on defense, got away with a hold in transition. You know, Buffalo wanted that possession back to get their offense set up there.
Here's Captain Dan Coates. Under 3 minutes to play. Malloy. Kyle Killen skips it far side. Chris Wardle. He's got 9 assists tonight. Lee, shot off Vince, out of play. Fresh 30 Colorado. Here's Killen, he'll start with it. Malloy will head off. McLaughlin will come on. Kinnear has it far corner. Killen. Wardle driving. 10 on the shot clock. Wardle, shot, saved Matt Vince, loose ball. Nicely picked up there by the Bandits. Gilray gonna run in transition. Gives it off to Mitch to Snoop. He'll leave it there for Corey Small. Under 2 minutes to play in regulation. Mammoth fans rising to their feet as they do. Dane Smith, diagonal feed Small, couldn't handle it. Ball loose in the corner. Picked up there by Carnegie. Backhand flip to Hope. He'll get across center, but he's got nobody to help him. Now Lintz will give him support behind. Hope. Eli, far side. One-on-one with Brown out. Eli had Lee cutting backside. He'll give it to Ryan Lee now. 5 on the shot clock. Jump shot. Hit a Bandit. That'll go all the way back. It'll be an over and back. And a shot clock violation with 1:09. Are they going to pull Matt Vince? And when do they want their timeout? And they're going to call it now. The legend, John Tavares, calls timeout. And the Bandits have just shy of 70 seconds to tie this ball game up.
Well, this is where we always see Dylan Ward shine, do his job, and step up when the time counts. But still plenty of time here. You know, at least one possession. Most likely they're going to pull Vince. Hopefully get a shot, and they, you know, if they get the ball back, they're going to have another opportunity here as well.
Johnny, what do you do if you're Pat Cole in that Mammoth defense? How do you play this?
Well, I think number one, you got to look to see if Buffalo goes 6 on 5. You know, they have time for 2 possessions here, so do they go quick, or are they going to hold and pull? So that's number one. You know, number 2, you know, you're going to want to see Dane Smith on the right side, you know, looking to feed. Look to feed, but you're going to want to find where 22 is. You know, he's got multiple goals here, obviously, so you're going to want to keep an eye on him. Stay tight. No skip passes, and just be aware of personnel. The ball's on the ground, keep it on the ground.
Small, Byrne, Noseworthy, Smith, Fraser, Billings. 6 men out there for the Bandits. Matt Vince on the bench. Capito, Hope, Carnegie, Lintz, Gillis. Shot scores! 7 for Josh Byrne, and instantly it took 6 seconds on a timeout. We're tied at 12.
So you gotta find 22, and you know, coming around a nice little pick there. You know, Joey just wasn't able to get out quick enough. But there's Dane Smith feeding the ball, coming over. You know, they do a good job setting a little down screen there, and that gets Byrne open. You can see it there, Noseworthy setting a great pick, which gives Josh Byrne that time and space to shoot the ball.
Yeah, a perfectly executed play there out of the timeout. Looks like they practiced that one a few times.
He had 10 goals coming into the game. He has 7 tonight. Give an assist to Dane Smith and Brett Noseworthy. Dane Smith, 400 assists in his NLL career. They're going to review this under 2 minutes. I don't think I saw anybody near the crease, but no, they got to check it regardless. There's the look for Todd LaBranch, and this is going to be an easy one.
Okay, that's all good.
You know, very confused where Josh Byrne didn't want to tell me his secrets to scoring breakaways or scoring earlier. And apparently didn't see me play.
After review, the call in the field is confirmed. Good goal.
But you can see the leadership here on the back end, you know, for Buffalo, and it starts with Matt Vincent and Prelio on the back end. You know, they're very calm. There's those goal runs as momentum is built in this arena, as everyone's standing, cheering, and clapping. You know, they have stayed extremely steady here, you know, to my left on this bench, and they can execute, you know, under those stressful situations.
Here we go. 1 minute remaining. Off the draw. Edwards had it for a split second. Body's battling. Who's going to come away with it? Brewster. Hope. Brewster over the top.
You go early here.
I was thinking that, Johnny. Here's Eli. Ryan Lee looking for number 6.
And Eli on the backside.
McLaughlin driving shot, kicked aside. And now they'll call timeout.
Yeah. No. They were going to call it, then they didn't want it, but
I think you got to call it at this juncture.
I think you're right.
Yeah, only 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Still have plenty of time. Not going to go. Usually you want to go about 10, 8 seconds. But look for similar to what Buffalo did with Matt Vince in the net. Pull Dylan Ward, Sean Williams drop a play, and
with 1 second differential, I think you're safe pulling Dylan Ward in this situation.
I agree. And Jamie, you know, defensively, you know, it's a situation that this arena gets so loud. It is so hard to hear as a defense, and communication is so important. So at what time offensively, if you're going to use this entire 30 seconds, at what time do you start initiating the offense?
Well, I think it all depends what kind of movement you have with these 6 guys, you know, and what the play is. There's always set plays here, Johnny. So, you know, typically, you know, it's usually 8 seconds. I think is kind of the magic number there to start the play. You know, just hold on the ball up top, wait till that 8 seconds, move it, get those guys moving around.
Defenses know that as well. It's going to be interesting to see if they jump one of those first passes. You know, the Mammoth have started with a man behind the net. You know, that's going to put stress because they got to worry about the dive. So that's going to bring the Buffalo Bandit defense closer to the crease, which we'll see if it opens up a shot from the top or from one of the shooter positions.
Wardle just going to sit and wait. 10, 9, 8. Here's Eli. Killen bobbled it. Can't find it. Loose ball. And they got to get off the floor. Shot by Priolo.
And I know John Tavares is unhappy, but we are off to overtime. Come back. We've got sudden death, sudden victory, whatever you want to call it. It's 12-12 Bandits and Mammoth on BR Live and Altitude TV. "12-12 is your score. It has been a heck of a lacrosse game. It was 4-3 Buffalo after 1, 7-4 after 2, 9-8 after 3, and we're all tied at 12. As we play overtime, as often we see in the National Lacrosse League, you kind of expect the team that wins the opening draw to call timeout right away and draw up a play. I've never really liked that. Yeah, I mean, because you've got this 2 minutes right now. I get you want to be able to stop it, get all your guys out so you don't waste time.
Right. Yeah, it's one of those possession things, you know. You obviously talk here, but if you have a play drawn up, you don't get the ball, and you got to play defense, sometimes you kind of get away from what you discussed. So it's not a bad idea if you get possession to call a timeout and then attack. But again, it allows both teams to get set up and get organized.
Timmy Edwards, 16 of 28 at the faceoff dot. He'll go head-to-head with Nick Weiss.
You're going to stand here for OT, hey, Teddy?
It's exciting stuff, Huey. It's exciting stuff. Ball pops free. Going to go all the way back to Matt Vince. And Buffalo will not call a timeout. And here comes Dane Smith. Next goal wins. Oh. Pass picked off by Stewart. Great effort by Taylor Stewart. And here comes the Mammoth. Eli McLaughlin. A goal and 6 assists. Maybe 7. He is 1 and 6. 10 on the shot clock.
2 cross picks.
Lee, shot. Hit a bandit. That went off the shin of Mitch DeStew. And Dylan Ward will chuck it. Picked off there by Gilray. And Ward quickly scampers back.
That's a break for Buffalo, because that shot just hit the top of the boards here right in front of me. That's an inch higher. It goes back to the Mammoth.
Into the corner, Corey Small.
Locking off Josh Byrne.
Shot there by Dane Smith, and Dylan Ward squeezes the 6-hole. Quickly up ahead, Lintz. He's got a man with him, Johnny Lintz. And he won't shoot it. Wise decision there by 86. Here's McLaughlin. One-on-one. Wardle gonna come set a pick. Liger fakes it, shot, oh, stick save. Wardle, can he get the rebound? In the far corner. Watch there by Justin Martin. Ball pops free. Bandits have it. Nick Weiss at center. He's got Priola with him. Weiss, shot, save Dylan Ward. Loose ball. Weiss picks it up, double teamed.
That's a timeout.
And that's a smart timeout by John Tavares on the Bandits bench, as Weiss was going to get double teamed.
That came from Captain Perillo, Steve Perillo here. Not one coach here in Buffalo was calling for that timeout.
Well, Steve Priolo is one of the smartest guys out there. He lives in a van, often down by the river. But that is a heady timeout call by the Bandits captain. They'll get a fresh 30, new possession, and another opportunity to win this game here in overtime. This has been almost what we expected. A goaltender's duel, a little bit of fireworks.
Stat night, too, for some of the boys.
Whew, what a stat night. Quick update, Halifax has beaten Calgary 12-8, so they remain undefeated at 6-0. Chris Wardle's got 8 assists. Jacob Rouet 1 and 3, Eli 1 and 6, Ryan Lee 5-0 on the other side. Josh Burns 7-1, Dane Smith 5 assists, including his 300th. 24 goals, 103 shots, 50 of them were off target. Byrne, shot, shoulder saver, off the post! Oh, it goes in, are you kidding me?
Looks like it trickled in.
They're going to review this,
Buffalo.
but I really think Burner just got his 8th of the night.
Or was it Small that took that shot?
Was it Small? Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah, Small's been winding up from that same spot. That King Super sign
Hi there.
all night. Dylan Ward's seen it there. He
Okay,
pulled
I
it.
just need to see
That
takes
Dylan
a
Ward
while to get in.
leaning forward a little bit.
That's it. Yeah, John Tavares asking every offensive player, were you in the crease? Were you
There's
in the
the
crease?
shot from Small. Off the post.
Oh, it looks like the Mammoth defender's
is
stick.
that Gillis?
Gillis knock it in his own net.
He did.
Is Fraser in the crease on the backside?
Yeah, you see Gillis, great effort there to try to. Yeah, Fraser's out of the crease. That's a good goal.
going to be a good goal. And
Heartbreaker.
the Buffalo Bandits are going to come back after leading for the majority of this game. It's going to be Corey Small who gets the game winner. It's going to be his 2nd of the night. And the Bandits will take it 13-12 in overtime.
What an effort by the Mammoth. You know, Dane Smith held off the goal column tonight. Corey Small, plenty of shots. He doesn't care how many goals he gets, but he scored a goal that really mattered for his squad.
It was a 4-goal game at one point.
Yeah, that was a hell of a game, Loudhouse. Just cheer on our
Ryan Lee said to John Gaunt, we're a second-half team. And they showed that, and they battled themselves back. They took the lead. Josh Burns, 7th of the night, tied it with under a minute to go. And then Corey Small in overtime, a very unfortunate own goal as it goes off Dylan Ward's shoulder, off the post, and then as Jordan Gillis is trying to bat it away from danger, unfortunately goes off his stick and over the line, and the Bandits will take it 13-12. John Gallant with the overtime hero, Corey Small.
Thanks, Ted. Smallsy, walk us through that goal there in overtime.
You know what, just a lucky bounce.
Put it right where you wanted to, Smallsy.
So, you know, going to the lineup, I said to Wardo, you deserve a better one than that, because I mean, that's a cheap one. I mean, we'll take it, obviously, but you know, he played a great game, and you know, it could have really gone any way there in overtime. He's had some good looks, and just a lucky bounce.
Now, it's only your guys' 5th game of the season so far. Explain a little bit what you learned about your team here tonight.
I mean, we got to learn to play a little better with the lead. You know, Colorado did a great job of creeping back in with getting their 2- and 3-goal runs at key times. We got to find a way, you know, to keep our foot on the gas and maybe stop some of those runs in their tracks. I mean, we're still working. Like you said, it's only 5 games into the year for us, and you know, we can always get better conditioning-wise and stuff like that. You know, they're a great team, and I'm sure we'll see them somewhere along the way. And yeah, I don't doubt they'll have a great season.
Now, you guys go back home to play rival Rochester next week. What do you want to build upon from the win here tonight into that rivalry game next week?
I think the big thing for us always as an offensive group is just taking away transition. You know, that transition goal they had there off Capito's feed, I think it was Kinnear got it. You know, that sparked the run for you guys late. So, I mean, we got to find a way on offense to kind of cut off that stuff, and you know, those are always momentum swing goals. So if we can deny teams transition, that's always a big thing for us.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Good luck next week. Guys, back to you.
Johnny, thank you. We're going to take a break. We'll come back and break all of this down. An exciting and dramatic finish. The Bandits will go home happy with a 13-12 win in overtime. This has been brought to you by Ford. Get the truck that was made to work. Ford F-150. Built better, built stronger, built Ford tough. Back inside a much quieter Loud House as the Bandits head home happy, and Mammoth Nation and the Colorado Mammoth players, a tough pill to swallow as Buffalo takes it 13-12 in overtime. Back inside the Pepsi Center, Jamie Shuchuk, Teddy Jenner. We'll hear from John Gallant in a minute, but your thought in what was a very, very entertaining game despite the tough finish.
Yeah, very entertaining for sure. Yeah, I think these are two of the best teams in the league. You know, when we saw a battle tonight, we talked about in the opening, the goaltender duo. You know, we saw both guys struggle a little bit. You know, Dylan a little bit early, Matt Vince late in the game there, and then you know, the offense came alive there for the Mammoth in the second half. But I think the Mammoth have a lot of positives to take out of this game. You know, they show great character, a lot of grit to be able to grind their way back against, you know, very hot Josh Byrne and the Buffalo Bandits.
Bandits improved to 4-1. Colorado falls to 4-4. Let's take a look at your 3 stars for tonight's game. And we could have picked a number of guys, but when you have guys who have that many points, Eli McLaughlin a goal in 6 times. Ryan Lee, 5 goals on 12 shots. Josh Byrne, 7 goals on 12 shots. It was just an offensive onslaught. You can throw Chris Wardle in there, who had himself 8 assists. Like, this was a night where guys put up some serious numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. It was good to see Ryan Lee step up. You know, we've seen Ryan Lee have 5-goal night, Jacob Ruhe, Chris Wardle have 5-goal nights. So I think that's a positive for this Mammoth offense. They're not relying on any one guy, and as long as they stick to that game plan that Sean Williams has for them, you know, they're going to be able to put the ball in the net, and it was good to see him come alive late.
It was a back and forth affair. Let's rewind and take a look at the highlights from the Pepsi Center. And Dylan Malloy got his first in the National Lacrosse League with a fantastic diving effort. This game was 2-2 in that first quarter, but then Buffalo started to find their legs. They started to get inside on Dylan Ward, and they go on a 5-goal run, and it really was the start of the Josh Byrne show.
Yeah, and it was exciting. It was great to see that the Mammoth were able to shut down number 92, Dane Smith, keep him out of the goal column, but they could not handle number 22. And Josh Byrne was absolutely on fire. Started with this brilliant toe drag. He had that penalty shot goal where, you know, he leaped in the air. You can see it here. And, you know, leader, you can see how calm he is. And, you know, the Mammoth just could not contain him tonight. And I think that was the key.
It was a bit of a lead for Buffalo as they entered the second half, but as Ryan Lee told John Gallant, they are a second half team, and Ryan Lee woke up and the Colorado offense woke up, and they slowly got themselves back into this game heading into the fourth quarter, where they finally found themselves with a lead.
Yeah, and you can see their scouting report on their shooting, I think, changed in the second half there. They're starting to be deceptive with their shots from the outside, and we're able to fool Matt Vince. You know, great, again, there's number 22 leaping through the air. You know, a couple great plays by the Mammoth getting second chances. You see that there with Eli McLaughlin, that brilliant backhand feed by Dylan Malloy, but, you know, just not enough gas in the tank there for the Maroon.
Jacob Ruhe scores that goal to give them the lead, and then here's Josh Byrne with his 7th, and maybe a bit of a blown assignment, maybe an excellent pick to open him up to tie it, and then the heartbreaking goal is Jordan Gillis tries to bat it away from the goal line. He inadvertently hits it off his stick and into the net for a 13-12 win. And as close as this game was, it was fairly even throughout the stats, maybe a little edge on the ground balls, but this was a very even game.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw a ton of shots, over 100 shots. You know, I think the ground balls is something that stands out to me there for the Buffalo Bandits leading the way. But like I said, the Colorado Mammoth have a lot of positives to take out of this. You can see the character. Those guys love one another. You know, we're hanging out with the boys before the game on the floor. You can see how loose they are and how comfortable they are. So, you know, again, it's a tough loss, but they get to rebound again next week against San Diego and Las Vegas.
It's going to be a fun one in Sin City, but let's get one final thought from John Gallant, who's been through many of these battles with the Buffalo Bandits as the captain of the Colorado Mammoth. And how do you think this team will react to a tough loss like this, Johnny?
Well, I think they got leaders in Dylan Ward and Joey Caputo and Dan Coates, Robert Hope on that back end, you know, to refocus them as they go into, you know, a critical game against a divisional opponent in San Diego. And you guys mentioned it there. There's a lot of positives, you know, but remember, you know, they were winning in the last minute and gave up that 6-on-5 goal to Buffalo for them to tie it. And you know, as the season builds, you know, you want to keep getting better and better and better. You know, the Mammoth made some mistakes there in transition tonight, and I'm sure the coaching staff will address that. But, you know, we talked about it at their last home game here against Vancouver, and Jamie, you alluded to it. The character in the locker room is very strong, and the will to those guys with those guys to play together is very strong. And this arena, and you could hear it tonight, is going to be a difficult place for anyone to play in, and how loud it was here tonight. And so as the season goes on, you know, the outlook is going to be they want to continue to build and develop, because they want playoff games here at the Pepsi Center, the loudest house in lacrosse, because that's what it is, and it's a very difficult place to play. And whenever you have Dylan Ward in the net, you always know you have a chance to win.
Johnny, excellent work as always between the benches. Jamie, one last thought. We heard Johnny talk about how they can build off this character, but now they go to Vegas. They play San Diego, a West Coast team. This is an important 3-game stretch for them.
Yeah, it's huge. And San Diego's had a rough start to their season. Huge win for them this weekend, getting them to 2-5. So, you know, they're going to be hungry. And, you know, we talked about a big battle here tonight. We're going to see the same thing next weekend, and it'll be interesting to see how the Mammoth rebound.
One last time, your final score. Buffalo beats Colorado 13-12 in overtime. The Mammoth return to action on Saturday, February 1st in Las Vegas, where they take on the San Diego Seals. Catch all the action on BR Live. This has been a presentation of Altitude Sports and Entertainment, your home for the Colorado Mammoth. For myself, Teddy Jenner, along with Jamie Shuchuk, John Gallant, and our entire Altitude crew, we thank you for joining us tonight. As the final score, Buffalo 13, Colorado 12 in overtime. Good night from the Loud House.